afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my people. I hope we're all doing good. Happy Sunday to all of us. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, my fans. I hope we're all doing well today. We bless God because we are celebrants in the land of the living. And for that reason, we have every cause to praise the Lord. Thank you guys for joining me. Happy Sunday and Happy New Week. Thank you all for joining. Please do me a favor. Share the video of this afternoon. Invite someone that you care about on your Facebook page. In your contacts, invite somebody to enjoy this topic today with us. Yesterday was on fire, and today again we want to discuss issues that some fans are digging to find out the truth. So we're going to address that today. In a minute, I will be introducing the topic of this evening. But before then, enjoy the gospel music while we invite some friends to join us. Thank you all for coming. God bless you all. This is your very own Jessie of Sisters True Love Group International. Love from my heart to you all. I must say thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for the compliments. Love you too, bros. Thank you. Enjoy this music. Esther, thank you. Been to many places, looking for a better life. Looking for a better life. I found no one. Nobody like you. Nobody like you. Oh my Jesus. Every day. Oh my Jesus. Thank you guys for joining me. I am excited. Hello, everyone. John, thank you for joining. It's Sunday, beautiful Sunday. I hope we went to church today to honor the name of the Lord. Sister Comfort from Nigeria, thank you for joining, though. God bless you. It's a wonderful Sunday. I hope we had fun in the presence of the Lord. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to go to church today. Enjoy this music. We will soon introduce the topic of today, so we all can talk and laugh. And ladies, you all should not sit back today. Thank you, Sherry, for joining me. Don't sit back today. I want my ladies to contribute. Yesterday was only one sister Fadelia, that was really contributing. Men took over yesterday. So ladies, get ready. It's a wonderful Sunday. Invite someone else. Please share the video. Yesterday was on fire, honestly. I enjoyed yesterday's topic so much, but it's gonna get better today. Stay tuned. Enjoy the music. Thank you, Brother Musa. God is doing it. I thank God. Please share the video and invite someone else. Thank you all for joining us. That we desire. May the name of the Lord be glorified this afternoon about this broadcast today. May God open our ears and open our minds to listen to the things that will help us out. It is about time we expose some certain things in life, you know. It's about time that we'll talk like two adults, men and women. Weekend is all about love. Love, love, love. So we're going to be talking about love. And guess what? Some sensitive truth. Some sensitive truth that most people might not want to hear. But we're going to discuss it. That's the purpose of this broadcast. Kindly share. My admin is saying, please share the video. Invite someone else. That's the only way we know that we're making some changes, you know. And don't just sit and watch. Be a contributor to what we're saying this evening. We have 2 more minutes. It's a beautiful day. We are all celebrants in the land of the living. Joining us. I am so privileged. God bless each and every one of you. Please share the video. Invite someone else. It's all about love. This weekend, you all know how we do it. Thanks for joining us. Prince, thank you. Day by day, all the way, all the way, all the way. We go to hell, 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 your name, day by day, 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 all the way, 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 all the way. Happy Sunday, y'all. Loretta, thank you for joining from Dallas, Texas. I appreciate you. Amaju, thank you. Hela, thank you. And Ola Oroteni, thank you so much. God bless you. Please share. You didn't know I can shake myself too bad, girl. Boy, I can shake a little bit. Thank you, Kelechi, for joining, sir. It's a song that I'm excited. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, a minute. Let's get started. Mark, thank you for joining. Please invite someone and share this video. It's gonna be on now. Ladies, get ready. We were at quiz yesterday. Now I want to do clarification. Ladies, get ready. Sit tight. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. There is no one like you. You know that you are Baba. Woo! Wonderful Sunday, my people. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Please invite someone else. We are about to get started. Judy, thank you for joining. Happy Sunday to everyone. We are all celebrants in the land of the living. What a privilege. What an honor that many have passed away and the Lord have decided to allow us to share the blessing of today. Can we have the heart of gratitude? Enjoy this music and thank God for today. If you have nothing to thank God for, please thank God for my life. You are the owner of my soul, Alpha and Omega. You are worthy to be praised in no generation. There is no one like you. Thank you, Jesus. Be grateful. Have the heart of thanksgiving. Thank you, Admin 1, for posting the phone number to the office. Amen and amen. Happy Sunday to us. We bless the name of the Almighty God for the opportunity to be alive in the land of the living. It's not because of our righteousness, neither is it because of our our faithfulness, the amount of money in the account, or we did something special to be here. No, just for the grace of God, and it's sufficient to us. May we have the ears to hear, and may we have the knowledge to share among us this evening. Thank you guys for joining me. The topic of today, we have posted it out already. Mutual respect between men and women. A fan of mine yesterday made a comment. That touched me so hard. Honestly, I could not sleep well last night. I was thinking like, what in the world? That some people have this kind of feelings and, they pile it up and don't want to discuss it. I was so grateful that my fan yesterday, especially 2 or 3 of them yesterday, oh my God, it was awesome. They brought some sensitive issues about women and men that we trashed out yesterday. It was very, very good. And you guys missed a lot. If you didn't watch me yesterday, you missed a whole lot. Please go back for yesterday's session and watch it. He was saying that, why is it, Oh, my stepsister is on Facebook. Chitoro, how are you, my dear? Longest time. I hope you're okay. Thank you for joining me, my love. Please share. God bless you. Why is it that women, not just women, he quoted black women disrespect their husbands a lot, especially the USA-based ladies? That topic got me thinking last night because I am a USA-based lady and I'm black again, so I'm being tagged with those two things. And I wanted to do some clarification on it. I told him I said I would discuss it, as a topic. And that's what we want to start trashing out. Mutual respect. Yes, black women based in the US are being tagged that would disrespect our husbands or boyfriends or spouse, as the case may be. And my fan wants to know, why is it so? I don't know if Mr. Eze is on this Facebook right now, but if not, sir, when you have time, go back and play this series. But I want us to pay close attention. I want us to contribute ideas. I want us to share so that someone will be enlightened. There is no statistic to support that black women based in the United States disrespect their husband, but there's no statistic to back that up. I have researched and I have searched and I have researched and searched. There's nothing like that backing it up. There's no quote like that. So that's just a regular question that a guy will ask or a female will ask, why men disrespect their wives. It's just a generalized statement. It's not proven. But through that particular topic yesterday, I was able to dig more into marriages, things that happen in marriages concerning women and all that. So he brought me to another level to study more. But I want us to clear that point of yesterday. Those of you that did not watch me yesterday, you can actually go back and watch the series of yesterday. There's no statistic backing the quote that black women, quote, based on the United States, disrespect their husbands so much. No quote like that. So let's trash that. There's nothing like that. But the sad news is that in the United States, statistically, it is proven that black ladies, not just Africans now, because who are the immigrants based here, but black Americans are generally disrespectful. Meaning I, as a black lady, I am a black American too. Meaning that we're generally disrespectful to people. It's not just the husband. You see? That's even worse. So I just want us to listen very closely. Pay attention, ladies. Ladies, pay attention, because this is more to us than it is to men. But at the same time, I will hit the topic concerning the men tomorrow. So let's clear the topic of us, black ladies. And if you're a white sister watching me, or you're Korean, you're Hispanic, you're Indian, you're Chinese, watching me all over the world, I appreciate you. Pay attention, because I'm going to give statistic results concerning every race, at least 4 or 5 races now, concerning ladies. The effect of disrespect, or the effect of divorces and other marriages. We're going to break it down. But one thing I want us to understand, Juliet Chika, thank you for joining me. God bless you. Please invite someone and share the video. It is proven statistically that black ladies in general disrespect everybody. It's not a joke. This is for you. And I'm not going to go deep, because it's not funny to go deep in stuff like this in the social media. Until when I will start having call-ins, when you call in, we can talk directly, but I don't want to go there now. Let's just brief it up. Yes, black ladies are seen to be disrespectful to everyone. Yes, it's proven. But do you know the sad part of it? Their reason for being disrespectful, or being bitter, or being very aggressive, or being I don't care is not discussed the way that they discuss us being disrespectful. Nobody discussed the contributing factors to the disrespect. Do you know that there's 3 things that I picked that are very, very vital and very important that push black women to be very disrespectful? One of those is that we are not treated with equality to other races. Not just in the United States. It could be in UK, in France, in Germany, in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Korea, in Philippines, in general. Black ladies are not treated the same way they treat other races. Why? Because we've been coded that we're very disrespectful. They don't treat us the same way that they treat other skin colors. Secondly, the men around us don't seem to defend us when things happen outside. All I'm saying is pure statistically proven. You can go in and read about the race that is so disrespectful generally, women. And when it comes to women, it's narrowed down to black ladies. Women are generally disrespectful, but most disrespectful races is black women. Not just black Americans, not just Africans. You could be Haiti, you could be Jamaican, as long as you're this color. We are generally seen as disrespectful individuals. Does that make any sense to us? Yes, it makes sense. Why am I saying it makes sense? For a brother to ask a vital question like that, sensitive question, that why is it that black ladies based in the United States are very disrespectful? I just want to clear the value that it's not only based in the United States, it's all over the world. They could be in UK. The statistic included black people in UK. So it's not only the people in the United States. Generally, they say black women are very disrespectful. The fact is that we are being looked down on not only by our black men or men of color. Outside world, black women were not given the opportunities, even right from the origin. Those of us that are coming from foreign countries, we are not given the opportunity to express our feelings. In the 1960s, according to statistics, here in the United States, black women were not allowed that much to be in political positions, you know. In as much as they have the potentials, they were suppressed. They were set aside, not allowed to bring out the potentials that they have. But people of other colors can go into politics and be outstanding. Right from 1960s. Go and read it out. But we, the color people, especially our blacks, are not allowed or given that opportunity to break even. And that being said, that made some ladies, some influential figures, you know, black figures right now in the 90s, 2000 and up, have that treatment behind them, or the history behind them. And when they come out hard. In their marriages, in their political careers, in anywhere you see black ladies, well-educated ones, will stand out and will push without even looking. Because you know why? The past and the histories of the things that black ladies have gone through made the younger ones like us now not to give room for anyone to stand against us. And we're doing it to protect us, to protect our territory. But most people are using it against us, that we're being so disrespectful and very stubborn. But that's not the issue. The issue is that we were not given equal rights based on other races in the 1950s and 60s to be whom we want to be. More like in the late 1880s and all that, before Martin Luther King, it was so hard for black people to stand out, men or women, it doesn't matter, until some black brothers begin to sacrifice and break the protocols. That's why you see today, I have a dream, this and that, Obama had opportunity to rule our president. Thank God for someone who fought the battle and cleared the way for our black brothers. So the same thing women are battling. Since the 1960s, ladies are not allowed to be who they are. Even when they were professionally ready, educationally, they are career-wise, they are doing very well. But they suppress the black ladies. And with that suppression, guess what? They get themselves equipped. These days will refuse to stand less. Now you see pastors, female pastors all over the world. You see female leaders, black ladies all over the world. You see where you see another color standing out. There is 2 or 3 black females standing out. You say you call ladies leaders, let's say you call about 20 of them, you will definitely get like 10 being the blacks. Why? Because right now we stand and most of other races begin to bow down because we are not even playing. That doesn't mean that we're disrespectful. It's being able to identify who we are and crush whoever is standing against our progress. Black ladies are doing more than expected, and that is affecting relationships. It's affecting our couples, couples in the marriage, or boyfriend and girlfriend. Being a black lady, these days, is putting pressure into relationship. Why? Because our men are not used to seeing black women standing out the way we're standing since the early 90s and 20s in our own generation right now, getting up. There's no scientific proven that black women disrespect their husband. No, it's not proven. Anyone that can cite that out, I would love to have the article so I can read on it. Because disrespect is on both parties. That's why we want to treat mutual respect and leave the issues of tagging a particular race or a particular, ethnics or a particular individual on things that everyone is involved in. Men disrespect women a lot. Women disrespect men. It depends on where you are. And that's the reason why we're teaching, identifying unhealthy relationship, knowing who to back up with, knowing who to tell your story, and all that. Because those things are contributing factors to bad relationship. It has nothing to do with black or white or yellow or green. Everyone among us have a flaws. But the issue is, are we taking responsibilities for our faults? That's the issue. To be honest with you, black ladies have come so far. When I talk about black, I just want to cry. Oh my God. When you read the history of females, especially black ladies, I just want to cry. They have come so far away from where we used to be. And it's scaring some of our guys that have low self-esteem. It's scaring them away. And there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. All that matters and all that takes care of these issues in relationship is mutual respect and love among the two people. I will touch base because of what black ladies have gone through all these years, to the point where we are today, that you can see a black lady owning an enterprise, being an entrepreneur of her own, establishing in a very hard way. It's things that were not done like 80, 90 years ago. But those things are happening right now. And most black ladies are not ready to badge, they're not ready to drop where they are for anyone. You can imagine a black woman, that's been divorced for 10, 15 years by herself, raising 3, 4 children by herself, at the same time being able to be educated, go back to school, do the things that she loved doing, and all of a sudden, one brother wants to tell her something that, oh, you are disrespectful. She's been herself all this while. Can you give her some time to recruit and, learn how to bounce back and be a good wife? That's the issue. When a woman is being the man of the family, you know it takes time to turn that situation around. Most ladies, especially most blacks that have had experience and harsh relationship, they don't come back soft. They come back with all attitude packed to fight. And it's so hard for some men to deal with it. I need contributions. I need people to contribute. I need people to give me their ideas. And I need people to say yes or no. Black ladies are not the only disrespectful individuals, honestly. Everyone is disrespectful in one way or the other. But you know what calms that secret down? Is mutual respect for one another. Mutual respect. That's the main thing. When you have a husband or you have a wife, parents living together as couples, you just have to respect one another. We're all adults. Gone are those days when the woman said yes to everything that comes out of a man's mouth. These days, women are not ready to just say yes, 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 and be followers. They want to be contributors to the society. And by contributing, you know what? They will learn how to say no to some circumstances and some situations of life. And it's very hard for some men who are used to being the man. You're the boss, the manager of the house, the controller of the house, and you see a woman that is well-grounded, that knows herself career-wise and hardworking. She learns how to say no. That's mutual respect. You don't expect a woman to answer you yes, yes, yes all the time without contributing. Then she doesn't have a good self-esteem. Like we said yesterday. Sister Sylvia, I appreciate you, girl, for joining me. For a woman to be independent, she has to know who she is. She has to be able to express her feelings. She has to be able to tell you no sometimes when it's needed. For a man to be a good man, you need to be able to take in negative remarks from your wife. You're welcome, sis. And, make amends. A man who is uptight and think he is the man in the house, according to the Bible did not tell you to disrespect your wife neither. You know why I say that? I read something in Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs chapter 31, painted the picture of an excellent woman or excellent wife. And I begin to ask myself, does it mean there is someone that is not excellent as a wife? Yes, of course. Ikechi, you've come again today. You said the black ladies, their own are too much. I don't understand what you mean by their own are too much. I will get to that in a minute. Proverbs already, the Bible said, there is something we'll call excellent wife. Thank you, Admin One, for pinning that quotation. We'll have something we'll call excellent wife in the Bible. Proverbs chapter 31. So if there's an excellent wife, there is surely a wife that is not excellent. Opposite of that. So it's okay. If you don't see an excellent wife or girlfriend, when you know the signs and symptoms of a unhealthy relationship, then you look for the one that will fit you. Because the Bible already confirmed that not every woman will be excellent. That's why the Bible said there are excellent wives. That's what the Bible painted a good woman to be excellent. So it means there will be bad women who are not going to be excellent. It's very deep, isn't it? We don't want to read the word of God just straightforward. The word of God is full of principles. And if you miss the track and principles of God, then you start misleading people. I won't tell you, oh yes, Proverbs chapter 31 paints a picture of an excellent woman. Does that mean? No, that's not what we want to say. Yes, the Bible have confirmed that there is an excellent woman. And the Lord Almighty God himself expects women to be excellent in their marriage homes. So that being said, there is a woman that is not excellent. So there will be one that is not good enough for somebody. And the same Bible tells me that yes, a woman will be excellent. In return, the husband will love and cherish her. How many of us men are loving and cherishing your excellent wives? That's the question. Mr. White, thank you for joining me, sir. God bless you. Nobody is perfect. Imperfection is what we live every day. Perfection comes from God. We don't want to thank black sisters that they are very disrespectful. Yeah, Ikechi, you said black women, their own is too much. You'll be surprised. Their own is too much. Black women also go through a lot from our spouse. Men put black women through a lot. Let me give you guys instance. Do you know, I'm not going to mention country name, but let's just continue black women, blah, blah, blah. You know that kind of stuff. Most of our men, when they marry outside our race, they respect them and treat them special. How many of our black brothers will open a car door for the wife to get into the car? That's just a basic, casual example. How many black brothers will stand out that their wives know exactly how much they're bringing into the house, how they are spending it? How many of the black brothers will defend that? Those are the things that push women to the edge. I will give you complete statistics today. Get your pen and your paper so that you will see what I'm talking about. The way we are being treated as women of color has pushed us to the point that we'll stand and we don't even need any pole to hold. What do I mean by that? When you disrespect a sister because you are the man, what do you expect her to do? Take it in? Because she's the woman. And the Bible said she have to be submissive to the husband. Did the Bible not say you must love your wife? Both of you will leave your parents and cleave to each other to become one. When are we one if our secrets are not open? Does that confirm the word of God? When two become one, it means everything concerning us is one. Our money, our expenses, our tears, our joy, everything concerning the two couples is supposed to be one, intact. Are we doing that? No, black brothers, we are not doing that. Enke, thank you for joining me from Dallas, girlfriend. I love you. Happy Sunday. Hope the kids are doing okay. Don't tell nobody that black women are very disrespectful. Their own are too much, probably because they have money. That's not right. That's what I'm treating this afternoon. We need to get that out of our mind. Because when we start going deep, you understand that most of our black brothers do not respect our black sisters. But when they get people of other races, they bow down and become the houseboys in the house. But when they have their own sisters, they think that, oh yes, the Bible said you will be submissive. But when you have another race, the Bible did not tell the woman to be submissive. Mercy, thank you for joining me from Denton. God bless you. No. Black women have come so far. From the early 90s, 60s, I said, women went through a lot, especially in this country that we're in the state. And coming out these days, black ladies are going to school, black ladies are fetching for themselves, black ladies are going to school with 3-4 children, black ladies are opening businesses, black ladies are going to places, black ladies are doing the same thing that other races are doing. Guess what? We've been tagged that we're being disrespectful. Because when a black lady sees that her brother doesn't want to take care of her, guess what? She steps out of her comfort zone and begins to take care of herself and her business. And most of our people, our own color, we don't like us being that strong. But can you imagine, let's say for instance, how many sisters of my color are nurses in the United States? You don't even want to mention. Most of us didn't go into nursing because we want to go into nursing. We went into nursing because of circumstances, because of tortures from black brothers. If we want to go that bold to talk about blacks, it's very funny that we are the ones that tear ourselves down. We cannot tag a woman because she's black and say she's disrespectful. When you treat her with disrespect, dishonor, disappreciation, no love, and all that, she bounce, and she bounce hard. And most men cannot stand it. That's why you see divorce rates so much in the black races. I will give statistics on that, just in a few. Do you know why other races do not divorce so much? Because of the respect they get from their spouses. Their husbands, their boyfriends respect them so much. And secret in marriage is more in our black people also. You even see us as black, who are the races that don't even marry very early, because we want to be a little bit independent to be able to support our spouse. When you come to other colors, I will give statistics. Most colors, let's say for instance Hispanic, they get married very early in a tender age. Let's talk about Indians. They get married very early in a tender age. Let's talk about whites too. They get married early, more than the blacks. But guess what? They stick in their marriages longer than us. I will give you a clue and pure statistics why black women are seen to be stubborn and disrespectful. The treatment that we get from our own colors are not the same thing that others get from their own. How many of the Indians brings their wife overseas? Or the ones that are here, that went to school, born and raised here, how many of them are working 2-3 jobs to help the family members? Hello, brothers. Nobody's saying nothing. Come on, sisters. Can I hear somebody's voice? How many of them are working 2-3 jobs like black sisters? You can rarely count. When a woman have one basic job and can spend time with the children in the house and take care of the home, why would that marriage not last? Why would that relationship not last? But when a sister is working 3-4 jobs and still have to pay the bills 90% in the house, why the black brother sits his ass down and act like he's busy doing nothing, keeping his own money? How do you want that black sister to be happy and stay in that marriage and survive? Divorce rate is high with the blacks because we are subjected to over killing ourselves and overdoing things. Obese level is high in the black ladies. Why is it so? We work so much and we rest less. Then we eat a lot of junks in the process of working and making sure family is okay. I just want us to clear the view of, oh, black women are very disrespectful. Black women are this and that. No, we need to stop that. Stop that. We are going through a lot of stuff. We black ladies are the ones that get married a little bit late. I will give you statistics. We work very hard. We want to be able to help families before we start getting married. But guess what? We divorce faster too. Stachinello, thank you for joining me. God bless you. Please share. Black ladies are the ones that get divorced so fast. But guess what? We marry late, but we get divorced faster. Why is it so? Men, the question is, what is going on? Why would a sister not be irritative, restless, angry, unhappy, unable to love when she's putting in 4 jobs every blessed week? She works from here to here, she works from here to here, and she works from here to here. And most of our colors, they spend the money while the woman works like a man. Does that equation balance? We need to reduce the stress level on our black sisters, I would say. Since our men yesterday decided to bring this issue up, so I went into research and bring some facts on the table. Bro Isaac, thank you for joining me, sir. Ngozi, I appreciate you. Please share and invite someone else. And sisters in the house, I need contributions. I need contributions. And men, I need contributions. Is it fair for one to say black ladies are very disrespectful, especially the USA-based women? You don't know what the USA-based women are doing. and what they are going through being black. We're being attacked at our places of job. Our employees, most times, they don't respect us because of our color. Then when you come home, your spouse will not also respect you. After working hard, mutual respect is what we need on both parties for relationship to work. Ikechukwu, God bless you, sir. Naturally, way to do ladies like being autonomous. Do you have a fast to prove that? That is not true. There are tons and tons of way to do ladies that are down to earth, that will respect and love their husband based on the response that you get. It has nothing to do with money. Don't get me wrong. Money has nothing to do with mutual respect. Both parties, you, Ikechukwu, as a man, and me as a lady, we need to respect ourselves like adults. You don't expect me to respect you as a woman, and you disrespect me because the Bible said you are the head of the family. No. Bible said you must love me and cherish me. As I humble myself to you, do you love your wife? Do you cherish her? How many of you guys cook for your wife when she goes to work and come back and see food in the house? You're talking about black sisters. It's a shameful thing that we men, some of the guys will open their mouths up to talk about their own black sisters like that and talk down on us. And then when you go to other races, you worship them like the goddess. I asked a question here, Ikechukwu. How many of our black brothers can open the damn door for their wives to go out before they close the door? How many of us? Very real. But do you see, let's go now straight to the whites. A real white man will never allow the wife to open the car door when he's standing there. But black brothers are full of themselves. They cannot do that, most of them. How many of our black brothers will go to a restaurant and move the chair out for the lady to sit down? Very rare. How many of our black brothers will go to a restaurant and allow the lady to make her order first? Very rare. How many of our black brothers can surrender how much they make to their wives without lying and allow the woman to have access to their accounts, just like they will have access to my account as a female? Very rare. But do you know that other races, let's say Indians, white, Hispanic, they work together? How many of divorce cases with white people end up with being messy? These are scientifically proven. You go check. But when it comes to black people, if we have to get divorced, guess what? It's always messy because our heart is so dark. All we think is about ourselves, selfishness, lack of mutual respect. Pastor Rudolph, thank you for joining me, sir. God bless you. There are men and women of God in this line, and I love that. I don't understand where you say we have many of them. I'm just trying to clear the view that there's nothing like black sisters are disrespectful. It is what it is. Sometimes our black sisters are the hardest women working hard on the planet. It is proven. And that drives us away. Most of black women are divorced. The divorce rate with the black races is very high. Why? Because we lack mutual communication and mutual respect within us. This has nothing to do with societal issue. It is within us. Within us. How many of us have open communication with our partners? Those things are signs and symptoms of unhealthy relationship. And when it starts coming out, like we've been teaching since last week, by the time it starts coming out, guess what? Things fall apart and the center cannot hold. I need contributions. I need contributions. Yes, that could be said, but it's not proven. And when it's not proven, it's not that important. Do you understand? Yes, when you say a black lady can be dismissive, yes, that could be a problem within black ladies and some men too. Amanda First, thank you for joining me. God bless you. Please share the video and invite someone else. Oh, thank you. I look beautiful today. I need to fix my hair, girl. So I'm wearing my scarf today. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you. And we need contributions. We need men and women to contribute. It's not good for us to sit down and just be watching and be listening. Contribute. Tell me, what is your take? What do you think? When people say black ladies are very disrespectful, it's not right. We need to be treated equally. We need to be treated with respect. I don't want to go into political issues right now, because I would have gone into the election that happened 1 or 2 years ago, when one of our Congress people made a comment about our black female leader, about her hair being brown. Is she not supposed to be black? Her hair is being brown. That's how they disrespect black females everywhere. And it's not funny. More like in a relationship, it could be a man suffering for the lady. It does happen. Where a woman decides to crush this man, mistreat the man and disrespect the man, especially the foreign ones, the immigrants. When a woman fights for a man, most of them disrespect this man so much and all that. Yes, we see it happening. And guess what? When you push a brother so hard to the point that he cannot take it, the brother will bounce back. And at the end of the day, divorce will happen. Obina, I appreciate you for joining. Share, and invite someone else. It's either ways. We need mutual respect, honestly. We need mutual respect. Without a mutual respect, it has nothing to do with black ladies, black men. No. This is not the issue right now. Victor, thank you for joining me. God bless you. The issue is not about color. Let's keep that away and talk about things that happen in relationship, which is mutual respect. We all need respect, both husband and wife. We need respect from each other. And it gives me heartache, like when I think about people saying, oh, I love my wife. I'm thinking, what is love? What is loving me as your wife when you cannot respect me? Oh, I love my husband so much. And you fling your head for us. You love your husband so much. What is love when both of you cannot discuss about valuable things? Sister Chinelo said, respect comes on both ways. That is right. That's all we're asking for. This is not about black or white or yellow or Spanish or Indian or Korean, Philippine, whatever. We're talking about relationship. Excuse me, y'all. The weather is changing. We're talking about relationship. Both parties need to respect each other. How can you preach love when you're coming into a relationship with hidden agenda, I would say? How can you love someone that you cannot tell the truth? Is that love? We need to stop deceiving ourselves, adults. We need to stop deceiving ourselves. We need to quit deceiving ourselves, We need to stop deceiving ourselves. We need to stop deceiving ourselves. Respect is supposed to be both ways. We both need to respect each other for the relationship to work. Omar, thank you for joining us. God bless you. When you have a healthy relationship, you see that love is the center of that union. And in that center of the union, which is love, to be honest with you, there's no secret. There is mutual respect. There is no backbiting. There's mutual compromise. What do I mean by compromise? When you get involved with an adult that you want to marry, probably your wife loves going to church every Sunday, and you love going to church once in a blue moon. Can we compromise and go to church twice so that at least you can attend twice? Those are where marriages are built on a solid rock. We want to be able to compromise. But when a couple say they love each other and the husband sleeps with his cell phone, what are you hiding? Is that love? Your phone rings and your wife stands up to pick. Oh, no, leave the phone, leave the phone. That's a taboo. There's no love there. Obinna, you say, have you been disrespected? If I have been disrespected before, except I'm going to turn to be Jesus right now. Of course, everybody has been disrespected one way or the other. That's why I said it's not all about black women. For us to put that out is not good about us. Even you, Obinna, you have been disrespected by somebody one time, and you have disrespected somebody. Me too, I have disrespected someone. All it takes is understanding, making amends, and being able to accept your responsibility in every situation and face it. Nobody is perfect. Oh yes, people have disrespected me. A husband have disrespected me. I have disrespected my husband. It's either ways. But if there is love, those things are not supposed to be there. Instead of disrespect, we should call a table meeting. Husband and wife can summon themselves for a meeting, whereby I will be allowed as a woman to express my views on what is making me angry. And the man will be allowed to express himself. But when there's no communication, that's where disrespect comes. Here, this is tough. Obinna, you said it's our culture. What do you mean it's our culture? Is it our culture for a man to disrespect a woman, or for a woman to worship a man? What do you mean by it's our culture? Because I'm saying that culturally, the purpose of this broadcast is not a cultural stuff, whereby we tag our own black sister that they disrespect men. It's our culture for men to be the head and control the house. No, that's not a culture. Those are the cultures in the 1620s, like before my great-grandmother was born. The cultures of now, my brother, is mutual respect in a relationship. We both are all adults. The Bible even confirmed that you will leave your mom, I will leave my family, you leave your dad, everybody in your family, and both of us will cling together. Does Bible tell you that when you cling together, you should be using me as a rag because I'm your wife, because it's culture? Or because your dad disrespects your mom, so you think it's okay to disrespect your mom? Culture has nothing to do with this. And that is the problem. That is what is killing most of our black brothers. The cultural stuff is weighing the relationship down. That's why we blacks are getting divorced more and more and more. We marry late, but we divorce early. Okay, Stachinelo, what you said when a woman continues singing a song, how his husband disrespected her and love. Look at the other way. Okay, sis, I don't understand that. I guess you can come in and speak so I can catch it very well. Let me see the remainder of your comments. Okay, look at it the other way. Let's see. Something is not right. Okay. Oh, yeah, I hear you, sis. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, what's a white woman? Sister, this is interesting. I want ladies to attack these brothers for me because some of them are beginning to go into cultural stuff. Right now, we're taking it culturally, and I'm going to take it culturally with other races like Hispanic, Indians, Koreans, white, and black. I will give statistics. And we'll have to discuss why the divorce rate is so high with the black people. We marry late, but we divorce fast. There is problem and there is fire on the mountain. Obina, you said why what a white woman might see to be disrespectful is our tradition in Africa. You're talking about tradition. We're talking about women in general. Okay, when you bring it to tradition right now, you mean your tradition, because I am an African. I am from Nigeria, precisely River State. When you come and tell me that what a white woman will see as disrespect is our culture, what do you mean by that? A white woman will expect the husband to open door for her as a female, and because I'm in the United States, you deny me that right because your culture in Africa said you should shut the door behind me and I can open it by myself. Bros, wake up and shine your eyes. They lost your mind. I'm sorry about that, but that is crazy. As a grown-up man, you're supposed not to be talking about tradition right now. You're supposed to be modelized. This is modern life. And this is why we divorce every day, because our women have grown so much and exposed and highly educated. We demand the same respect that you guys give the white people. How come a black man will marry a white woman and open the door for her? Then your own sister, you marry her, you will not open the door for her. Does that match up? What does culture have to do that? Oh, so you're doing the white culture just to please the white culture. Let me open the door for her. Or you marry an Indian, you treat her also like a white woman. Or you marry Chinese, you treat her also like a white woman. You open door for her, you can fix breakfast for her, you can go outside and buy her roses and pour it on the bed and give her gifts early in the morning on her birthday and wash her on this and all that because it's white, Indian, Spanish and all that. But your black sister should get up and go fix breakfast on her birthday because it's tradition. Hello, ladies, are we in the house? Does that make sense? And good brothers out there, can you all help me with Brother Obinna and let him understand that that kind of culture needs to drop? If not, divorce rate will continue to grow high among the blacks. You see what I'm talking about? This is bringing the reality to us. We cannot tag ourselves. We disrespect our sisters. And guess what? Most of us being disrespected by our brothers and our men, that builds up, and women of these days, when they get out of marriage, they equip themselves financially and educationally and anyhow. When they equip themselves, it's so hard for her to mellow down for any other black man or black brother to put her down where she started before. Those are the problems that we're having. Truth be told. Truth be told. So when a white woman sees it as a disrespect, you didn't open door for her. You think I should take it because I am an African like you. I am not going to take it. Black sister might not be educated like me. White sister might not be educated like me. She could be born and raised in the third or first world country, but her skin color is what? White. You respect her because, yeah, she will see it as disrespect. But I should swallow it because I am an African girl. I am not going to do that. Really? So if your men, which is my brothers, do all that I'm preaching, you guys have lost your African in you. That's too bad, Obinna. I don't know where you're tuning in from. But I know that some men now that are very exposed and educated, more like you to Obinna, most of them has been out of that shelf of African style lifestyle. Oh, white is white and black is black. Oh, really? So we're not all women. We're just white, black, and yellow and green. You see? I love that. So that is your reason of disrespecting your own sister. Oh, well, why then do we blame our women? Men and women, are you in the house? I need contribution. Why are you going to blame a sister who have the right to choose whether to marry a white man so that white man will treat her just the same way? Guess what? White men, when they marry black sisters like us, they give us the same ultimate respect that they give to their whites. How come they don't say we're Africans, they cannot respect us? They still open doors for Africans. You go to a restaurant, guess what? A white man is going in before the black lady. Guess what? The white, well-educated man will hold that door and say, go ahead, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Sister Chinelo, God bless you. She said, our men worship white women and treat our black women like shit and call it tradition. Yeah, that's the mentality. And this broadcast is wonderful. Obinna, don't be offended. You're expressing yourself. You're grown as man. Sorry for my language, You're grown and you have every right to express your views. That's how you feel. But I'm telling you, if any of your girlfriend is watching all this rubbish you're typing, guess what? You're going to have problem and you will divorce more than 50 times. Because until you come out of that mentality of Africans, you can never have a good African woman around you. Tradition got nothing to do with mutual respect. Ikechi, you said if a woman is loyal to a man, despite her qualification, the man will stand to do everything for her. That makes sense. Bingo. Ikechi, thank you for making sense once. God bless you, sir. I appreciate that. It has nothing to do with culture. Oh, how many men open doors for women here in Nigeria? I hardly see that. Oh, well, it depends on the woman that you're dating or the wife that you have. Guess what? Looking at me, if I come to Africa right now with a husband or a boyfriend, he better know better to open the doors for me. I don't have to ask for that because that's my right. I deserve to be respected and pampered and loved. Those little things, is it money that we're asking? This is just spice of relationship. We discussed that last week. It's spicing up your relationship. You're not giving this woman money. Those cultural stuff that is not helping us, we need to drop it. We need to grow up. This is why men, most of you, like Obina, you guys enslave women. It's real. I'm telling you, it's not real because I watch some African movies. How come those brothers are opening doors for those ladies? Are they doing it for movie sake? Oh, well, too bad because what they are portraying and what they are showing is that we have modelized. Those guys that are doing African movie, they open doors for those ladies, they serve them breakfast, and they're doing a very good movie because we watch it from the States and we know that we're advancing, except those who refuse not to change. People like you, Obina, it's okay because you will get your match when it comes to a woman. A woman like me will not settle for less. I want a guy that will open the door for me, whether I'm in America or Nigeria or in my village called Eche. Hello? As a matter of fact, I'm not going to mention my first boyfriend's name on this broadcast. When I was in the universities, he had a car. And guess what? We didn't come to America then. He opens door for me when we will come to church or when we are going out. I'm not going to mention his name because if I do, he will identify that it's the truth. Yes, Sister Chinelo, you're very right. Some men's character are based on where they're coming from and where they're brought up. Sister Chinelo, God bless you. That is very truth. So now we're not going to be offended with your opinions. You have entitlement for that. You can give opinions. It's okay. You practice what you preach. So what you're preaching is that you cannot open door for a woman. You cannot open door for her to enter the car. You cannot cook for your wife. And you cannot respect your wife because you are from Africa. That's a shame. Because the whole world is watching this broadcast. Yes, Sister Chinelo said that mentality is more like people who grew up in the village. Even in the village now, people are so modelized. They are not even enslaving women anymore. So I don't know where most men, I'm surprised men are not contributing and they're all on this broadcast watching. They need to enlighten Obina a little bit. Mutual respect is very important. Women do a lot and we deserve it. There's nothing like what a white woman sees as disrespect in Africa is okay, it's our culture. It's not okay. Yes, Obina, you have the right to practice what you believe and what you preach. But I feel sorry for any woman in this generation now to accept a man like you to be a husband who have no respect for women. Already, you know you don't have respect for ladies. And it's not right. Why would you respect a white woman and disrespect your own sister because of culture? Why can't you practice your culture with a white woman and get your ass in the jail? Why don't you practice African culture with a white sister? Since it's cultural stuff, and if you marry a white, why don't you treat white like your village culture? You see our mentality. Until we turn it around, black divorce rates will continue to be high. Our mentality. both ladies and men, our mindset, our thinking faculty, that mindset, if it's not changed, both from the men and the women, we will continue to have a high level of divorce every year. Let me explain this a little bit. It's scientifically proven. I don't just preach what I don't know. Due to some guys that want to die culturally. Stachinella, I love that. Obi, Stachinella said you're not grown yet, so I should just leave that matter. Let's just leave that matter and continue. Yes. Let's look at this scientific result. Women's age-specific rate of first marriage and divorce by race, ethnicity, and nativity. White people get married at the age of 15 through 19. Scientifically proven. Scientifically proven. I'm not just quoting. You can go search it. White people get married between the age of 15 to 19. And you're imagining, at the age of 15, we blacks were still trying to, stay focused and do what we're going to do. This is proven. It's not just somebody saying it just to say or to pick on someone. That's not the issue here. This is a research and it's being proven. I'm not just saying it to make somebody angry or anything like that. It's proven that they get married at the age of 15 to 19. The percentage is 8.7. Our own culture, people like us, the percentage of us getting married at the age of 15 to 19 is 5%. The difference of almost 4%, 8.7 compared to 5%. So white people go into marriage earlier than us. When you come to Asians, the islanders, their percentage is also high. They marry early at the percent of 8.5. Look at Hispanics. Their percentage that they go into marriage from the age of 15 to 19 is 20.3%. Then when you say American Indians, their percentage is very high too, 13.1. And you talk about native Asians and others, Koreans, Chinese, and others, their percentage is 32.6. The age of 15 to 19, they are all getting married. But black people is 5.0. We are the lowest, statistically, that marry that early. That's a credit for us. We are the lowest, 5.0. Then when you say we hit the age of 20 to 24, the white people you're talking about, 58.9, almost 59%, get married. The age of 20 to 24. We black is 23%. You see how low black is? At the age of 20 to 24, most black people are not married. When you say Asians, the islanders, 41%. You come to the American Indians, you're talking about 53%. You come to Native Americans, you're talking about 59.1. Then you talk about Hispanics, 81% of them, 20 to 24, they're all married. Black Americans, Black Africans are still lower. At the age of 25 through 29, 115.6% of whites are all settled married. Our own is 43. Can you imagine from 115.6 to 43% for blacks? When you say Asians, we're talking about 133.7. American Indians, 76.6. Native Asians, 81. Hispanic, 89. Blacks are still lower and lower and lower. When you come to the age of 40 to 44, let me just leave 30 to 34, blacks are all lower than every other race. getting married. It is scientifically proven. I'm not just making it up. It is real. Okay, let's talk about our divorce panel right now. And I will tell you a bit now why it's very high and why we're affected that much. Let's talk about divorce now. From the age of 20 to 24, whites get divorced 48%. We blacks, 40%. Asians is like 12%, very low. Hispanics, 63. American Indians, 26. When you come to the age of 40 years to 44, I'm skipping a lot because it's a lot. I can't give all the statistics. Divorce rate with white people is 26%. It has dropped for them. But look at us that are black. Ours grew up to 38 at the age of 40 to 44. Why? Because we love saying cultural stuff, and you keep on taking bullshit from people. You keep on hanging in cultural stuff, all this. Why? You know, imagine the age of 20, 24. White people don't have time. When once you mess up as a black brother, now you marry a white woman and you think you want to bring your culture into it, she will divorce your ass. But your black sister is still hanging in there. It's Native Americans, they will divorce you. Is it Korean, they will divorce you because at the age of 20, 29, 30, 34, they don't have patience for our people. Their divorce rate is higher than us while we're still there biting our tongues and trying to make it work. And that's why even domestic violence is higher in the blacks. Then when it hits the age of 40, 43, a black sister is entrepreneurially grown. A black sister have finished school. A black sister have had children. A black sister don't care about men anymore. A black sister cannot take it anymore. Black sister decided to end it and end it for good. That is where divorce rate for black people hits the climax. Because then they tell you enough is enough. You know, whites, they get divorced, they remarry, they get divorced. They can get divorced 20 times and married 300 times. Is that healthier than a sister who's trying to make it work? By the time a sister hits 40, 45, she tells you, you know what? It is what it is. It's not working. I got to step. And when they step, that's when our men say, oh, black sisters are very stubborn. Oh, they think they got it going on. Oh, they are very stubborn. No. They have put in a whole lot into a wasted effort and a wasted relationship. That is the same thing to men too. Most men get divorced at the age of 45 and above. Statistically, it's proven. I don't just preach. I want you to go in and search it out so that you know we're not just bringing junk here to Facebook. We want you to be enlightened and we want you to learn. Why do they do that? Men also have some patience. They want to see if it will work. But at the age of 40, 44 for women and men above 45, guess what? Enough is enough. Everybody's tired. We cannot kill ourselves because we want to be married or we want to have a boyfriend or we must live with a man or a woman. At this point, we say enough is enough. Divorce rate grows higher at those age for African people or black to say. It doesn't matter if it's black American, you know, Jamaican or others. Because we wait a lot. And that's why we are most killed in our relationship. Because we lack the insight to know that it is what it is. It's not going to work out. Because we jump into relationship without knowing the signs and symptoms that are unhealthy. And when you go in, shame will not let you come out. What people will say will not let you come out. What your mother will tell you, that you're the first divorcee in the family, will keep you there. And you stay and waste all your years with someone that you know for sure that this is not going to work. By the time you're realizing yourself, you have hit 40 years as a female. You have hit 44. And you have wasted 20, 25 years in a relationship that could never work. Things fall apart and the center cannot hold. Richard, thank you for joining me. Jacob, I appreciate it. God bless you guys. We're talking about relationship here. I wish you guys can read some comments, and contribute. We are talking about sensitive things. This is why divorce rate is high at that age for we colored people. Do you know that, Obina, if you're still on the broadcast, you know that when it comes to percentage of divorces, how many times people go through divorce, it's very low with our color because we're taking so much. You see a woman that is 40 years old as white sister or Asian or that. Most of them have been remarried 4 or 5 times because they don't have patience. They don't have the tough skin like us to deal with what comes into relationship. That percentage is very low when it comes to our color. And that's why we die a lot in relationship too. Yes, a reminder. Thank you, Admin One. It's reminding us that this topic is mutual respect in relationship and marriage on both parties. We need to grow up. Those of you that are foreigners like me, watching me globally, wherever you are, we need to get out of the sensitive of saying we are doing our cultural stuff. You cannot say that you treat me with cultural beliefs and you treat another wife that you marry after me that is not my color with a different behavior. It's not good. Yes, Obina, respect is reciprocal. Yes, we believe that. It comes on both. Now you're coming to your senses. It doesn't matter if you're an African man. You have to respect your wife, white or yellow or African sister like you. If you cannot give that mutual respect on both parties, men and women, it will be very hard for us to build a solid relationship. Why would you talk down on your wife because she's black or she's a foreigner like you? In the public, you tell your wife to shut up. You can't say, excuse me, baby, let me talk. But you can open your mouth in the public and tell your wife, shut up, let me talk. But if it's other cultures, you will shut up yourself as a man. He did not suffer from my hand. You see now, you're thinking that this lady is disrespecting you. It's not about you. I'm enjoying what you're typing in because that's who you are. And we're here to change that your mindset. That you need to drop cultural issues when it comes to the way you treat any woman. It's not being suffered. You're bringing good topic alive and we're discussing it because it's not only you that is watching me. Yes, you did not lose your senses. We are discussing, and that's what the broadcast is all about. And I appreciate that, Obina. Okay? I appreciate you. There's no disrespect. We just want to respect each other. Now you're talking to me as an adult, and that's how it's supposed to be. Don't generalize stuff and say culture. Stuff like that can throw people away. You don't know who's watching. This is a global media. You don't know who's watching. That's why I don't just say stuff. I like to make sure I have my proven statistics to put on the broadcast so that people can go in and research and see the truth. Yesterday it was said that black women based in the United States disrespect their husbands. That was what brought all these topics today. And I went in to do my research and all that. It's not proven. So that's why we do a broadcast. That's why the radio show is on and the broadcast is on, because we want to start changing the way we think. That's all about it. Communication, as we are doing, is very helpful. People are reading what we're writing and they're hearing my voice. It will help somebody be surprised. Somebody will be blessed. It doesn't matter the culture where we're coming from. Every one of us deserves respect from one another. Don't get me wrong. There are some women who are very disrespectful too. It has nothing to do with blacks, whites, yellow, or that. Some women are naturally disrespectful. Some people are naturally disrespectful. It could be men or women. a man that is used to being in charge, for instance, a man that is used to controlling every lady that he come across as a girlfriend, is used to talking, the lady does hearing only, no contribution. Do you know that that man will find it very difficult to build a solid relationship when he have a match like him in a woman? Yes, of course. We know that every culture is different, but when it comes to the reality of life, we want to treat reality like reality. Do you want me to believe that every black sister disrespect their husband when it's not scientifically proven? I am not going to believe that. I'm going to disprove that because we're on a social media globally. Or a woman comes and say all African men disrespect their wives. I will disprove that because it's not scientifically proven. Every African man is not bad. Every white man is not bad. It's individual problems. If we have statistics, we'll give the statistic like I just gave statistic on divorce and early marriage concerning about 4 or 5 cultures. That's what broadcast is all about, bringing the truth on the table so that we can change people's perspective, so that we can change people's view, we can change people's thinking about a particular stuff. We'll go in and research it and bring the truth to you guys. Stachinello says she knows one guy here in Maryland that thinks he's the king over women. Yes, some guys are used to controlling their women. Ever they meet any woman, they are in charge, they control, especially when you're dating the same class of ladies, they have the same view that, yeah, when this man says shut up, probably you have money, the lady will shut up. When you say sit down, the lady will sit down. Okay, Obinna, come on now. You say you can hit your wife here and get away with it, but over there, hey, hello, hi, Obinna. Hello, hi, Obinna. Hey, Holy Ghost fire. That's issue of another day. Don't take me to domestic violence because I'm going to tear it off for you. Then you will know that what you're saying is not proven. And I need you to start making sure you do some research before you talk. Maybe I want you to be able to, do some research or learn from other people. Don't let culture destroy you, my dear. It's not good. I'm going to hit on that in a minute now. Yeah, some guys are used to, dating women and the women are like trash to them. Unfortunately to a brother. Unfortunately to a brother, he got his match. The next lady will be a lady who demand respect from that man. Sister Chinelo said, unfortunately, I'm not that kind of woman. She said she refused to be used like a rat. Yeah, this man now getting to know a woman that knows her left to her right is going to find it difficult to survive in that relationship. Because right now, those wings of controlling and beating a woman, those wings will be shredded. And when you shred those wings, that brother might not survive it. And that's why they keep on repeating the same pattern. That's why most men and women cannot stay in a relationship because they refuse to take off whatever that is bringing trouble in their relationship previously. If you don't learn from your mistake, you will find it difficult to make right choices. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're guilty that you beat your girlfriend. No, we can't say that. But you're saying things that do happen. And I'm trying to bring it out of the shelf that, yes, those things do happen, not only back home, that they beat women and get away with it. Some beat women in the States too and get away with it. It depends on the woman that you're beating. This has nothing to do with societal issues. So that's what I want to tell you, Obinna. Some men beat women here in the States and get away with it. You'll be surprised how many ladies are being beaten on a daily basis. I will teach that topic this coming week. I love when my clients like this or my fans bring the topic, I will treat it. I'm going to talk about domestic violence and I will give you statistic proof. Some women are dying silently, being beaten up by their husbands and boyfriends here in the States. And those men get away with it. It's not all about Africa. And that's where I want you to come out from. Because where you are, you're buried with culture and it's not healthy for a young man. You need to see things outside your culture. You need to be able to have enlightenment all over the globe so that you will be able to stand when you say stuff. Yeah, you're not beating your girlfriend. People do it back home and get away with it. Same thing here, all over the world. People beat their girlfriends and wives and get away because of the person who is receiving the beating. If you can, I will say something here on the global. My dad was a late commissioner of police. In my own culture, if by mistake any of our daughters get beaten by their husbands, you can ask in River State or a check. My dad will send the men in my village to go bring that brother-in-law to our village and he will get the beating of his lifetime. I've seen it happen. That is Nigeria. It's not here in the States. I have seen one of my uncles, our brother-in-law, brought back to my village and young boys beat him front to back for beating one of our aunties. That was his wife. My dad summoned that the village boys go to their village and go get the man to our village. Yeah, your friend can run to Nigeria because he beat his wife. Guess what? The wife is not tolerant of that nonsense. Like me, I'm a Nigerian. I was raised in a family that you will not beat a woman. I'm not hiding my identity. I am from Nigeria, from River State in that matter. A daughter of late commissioner of police. Nobody beats me. You don't beat me. A man don't touch any of us as females. I'm not your punching bag. You try it. You'll be beaten by some guys of your equal. That's just the way I was raised up. And to be honest with you, even in my marriage, you cannot beat me. I won't give you the root to beat me. If you can't stand what I did, step out of the house for a minute, and think straight. The brother running away to Nigeria is not the solution. The lady knows what she wants. She doesn't need to be beaten. She's not a punching bag. And if I'm married to a Nigerian in Nigeria, you will not dare beat me. Because I don't have patience to that. Zero tolerance for a man to put his damn hand on my body or to any of my friends or sisters. Those women, Sister Chinelo said, that can keep quiet and the man will be punching them and be beating on them, are afraid to live alone. Yes, I need to come back home and educate my brothers. I wish I can do that every weekend. I have a talk show in Nigeria. But this is the show here. Social media. A lot of Nigerians are here. Foreigners, other countries are watching globally. I'm telling you, people are watching all over. And that's, thank God for social media, so we can reach each other. You're not reaching me right now, and we're communicating as family. Can you imagine? Social media is wonderful. And charity begins at home. You have watched this program. A lot of guys are watching us. A lot of ladies are watching. That's what I'm saying. Contribute. You people need to input ideas. You guys need to input ideas so that globally people can read what we're discussing. It will help somebody. You'll be surprised. Let's come out of the view that, yes, cultural things can make us misbehave. No, you are the culture. The culture will be changed by you and I. You lady watching me today, you man watching me, any kind of race you're coming from, globally, you can change your culture based on your character. I mean, I'm from River State, Nigeria, Port Harcourt. I'm a Port Harcourt babe. That's why I say nothing hidden about me. You don't beat me as a man. Even in the university days, my boyfriend will not put hand on me because I will set up my brothers to beat him back. I don't have the body for a man to be beating me. We can have respect. That's what we say, mutual respect. Some women beat their husbands too. Don't get me wrong. It's wrong either way. A woman beating a man beating a woman, totally wrong. Communication is the best solution. This is the mistake we all make, we want to be married by fire by all means, and you don't know the other person. Quote, that brother that is back in Nigeria because he beat the wife up. People of his caliber that think the same way, we think the woman is a bad woman. No, she's not bad. Do you know some women can kill their husbands for beating on them? Oh, Eze, thank you for joining me. God bless you. You joined in late. We've been killing this, your topic. You gave me assignment yesterday. So we've been on your assignment, trying to trash it and all that. So join us. I appreciate you. And thank you for sharing the video every time. Thank you, sir. My pleasure. The topic of today is mutual respect between relationship, husband, wife, girlfriends, and all that. Ladies and gentlemen, Eze is saying that he's looking for a good wife on this social media. Eze, guess what? I have a package coming up in December. It's gonna be live studio. You can call in all over the world, all over global. But I will not unfold that till December time. We are taking this talk show to another level. Eze said he is looking for a good woman, a good wife on this broadcast. And as I'm going to advertise, what do you do for a living? You need to let the ladies know what you do for a living. You need to let us know the kind of a woman that you want. Remember, we discussed that. You need to know who you want, what you want, how you want your marriage to work before you start searching so that you can have a match. I wish you good luck on that and welcome on board. You guys, let's have a 5 minutes break. We'll have new people joining us and we'll continue the topic of women being disrespectful, and we want mutual respect on both sides. God bless us as we're listening to this gospel music. Let's enjoy this music a little bit, guys. Oh, as I keep on letting people know what you do, you never know. There must be a woman who will appreciate you right now. You'll be surprised. Thank you guys for joining. I know who I am. Did you hear that music? Thank you all for joining. I know who I am. Enjoy this great time. It's a wonderful topic today. It's on fire. Oh yes, yes, I will rephrase a little bit. Give me a minute. Admin one, please, in the topic. I think you did, yeah. Let's talk about love now. Let's continue discussing about love, my people. It is wonderful. Enjoy the music, my people. As the topic is said in the broadcast. I love. Enjoy this gospel music. We're on a break, 2-3 minutes break. Then we'll come back to our topic. Your Majesty. I am miracle. Enjoy this gospel music. Invite someone else and share this video. Your Majesty. Wonderful Sunday. Woo! Oh, thank you, Eze. Woo! I can't wait to discuss that. Tell them, Mr. Eze. Yes, sir. Tell them. I love that. That's what I'm talking about. We're making changes. Hey. Please share this video. Share this video. Invite someone else, please. That's all it takes. This is intensive and very sensitive topic. Share the video. Hallelujah. It's wonderful Sunday. Wonderful, wonderful Sunday. My God. My God. Let me not leave my fans hanging. Mr. Eze is ready. Mr. Eze is one of my favorite fans. I love everyone, but this one, he's been following up, sharing the video and all that, and contributing to help someone else. That's what we need. Welcome back on board. That music was hard, but I'm back. and I'm enjoying it. Mr. Eze said that it's about time that men leave the mentality and understanding of being the boss, 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 boss. He said it's about time that we stop thinking we're the manager, the controller of the family, and bring mutual respect on both relationship. Husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. He makes sense. Mr. Eze, as a matter of fact, that's what we've been debating all day. We need mutual respect. Oh, he's feeling sorry for the ladies now. Oh my goodness. Ladies, you guys need to appreciate Mr. Eze in the house. He's saying that we'll go through a lot. Imagine the pain going through having children and all that and raising them up as a mom. We all deserve respect as ladies. Yes, sir. We all deserve to be respected and adored as ladies. Same thing to the men. And the funniest part of it is that if you guys remember yesterday or previously, Mr. Eze, I think you were here yesterday. If you can't give respect to yourself, you cannot respect nobody. Mr. C, thank you for joining me. Do you want me to bring you live to talk about respect, mutual respect on both parties? I wish you have time to read what is going on here. It's on fire. Yes, if you don't have respect, you cannot respect someone else. It is the truth. And when you can respect yourself, most times, 100% plus, you will be able to transfer such respect to your partner. Every individual deserves respect, even your children. You don't just talk anyhow to them and yell and yell and yell non-stop. We all need to give human beings respect. Thank you, Admin 1. My admin is saying thank you all for your contributions and comments. It's helping a lot. And for those of you that are sharing this video, we do appreciate you so much. All it takes is to hit the button share. And you share to your contact. We want it to go everywhere globally. People need to see all this debate. It's very helpful. Yesterday was on fire. If you go back and watch how many comments we have on yesterday, my God, I was impressed, you know. And that means we're reaching out to people. Mutual respect is very necessary. To your children, at your place of work, wherever you are, talk more of your partner, husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend. Why are we going to choose not to respect the other person? Yes, Mr. C said, remembering respect starts within. That's exactly what I'm saying, sis. Respect starts within us. In as much as I'm doing this broadcast, I have to respect myself to be able to respect my fans, so that when you contribute, I will be able to share ideas with you. Yesterday, my fan, Mr. Eze, was the one that needed input on this topic, and I have to treat the topic today. That's respect for my fan. Yes, Mr. Eze, you're very right. You are 100% right. We treated that last week. Influence of outsiders in our relationship. I want us to be reading all these comments, people. Is very helpful. When we allow other people to be the judge in your relationship, it takes God for them to do it right. We want to be able to respect each other, both of us in this business. Do we understand each other? Do we respect one another? Do we value our relationship? Do we want our relationship to work? Are we willing to do whatever it takes to protect the relationship? When you say you love someone, love is very deep. If you love someone as a man or a woman, you will not be beating that partner up. Love is not harsh and wicked. Love is very patient, respectful, and calm. Love endures. Doesn't mean that you should be beating on your wife and expect her to endure because she loves you. That's wrong idea. In the first place, there's no love if a man can raise his hand and be beating his wife, A woman, because you're financially okay and you think your husband don't have a job, you can come home and beat him and say, get out of my way. That's not right. Either ways, it's not right. Love can never mix with hatred. When you treat someone wrong, you're already showing the signs of hatred. And there's no way you can preach love when there is hatred already. Two of those things cannot meet together. Even the Bible said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do you know how tough that assignment is? Yes, Mr. Eze, you said both of them should know their limits and respect each other's opinion. That is very, very important. That's where I say we need to watch what we do. When you have a man who is very undependable, a man that is not undependable, or a woman the other way that is undependable in a relationship, the things around it will fall apart and center cannot hold. When you cannot depend on your girlfriend, hey, Belinda, thank you for joining from Dallas, Texas. Girl, I love you. Thank you for joining me. Please stay tuned and see if you can catch what we're saying. Mutual respect between boyfriends and girlfriends, husbands and wife, and all that. Respect is free, Miss Tessie said. The only cost is your time. I love that. We should respect each other's idea, opinions, and have a limit to what level you want to push your partner. That's why we say we must be able to identify the symptoms of unhealthy relationship before you get into one. When you are dating, for instance, those of us that are dating right now, as you're watching me, thank you, Mr. Eze. Mr. Eze said people should share this video because this institution we call marriage is collapsing and about collapsing every minute of the day. We need to share this video. Thank you, Beneda girl. Thank you. Please share. Yes, when you get into a relationship, for those that have opportunity to date now before you marry, you know, most of us that are married without checking things out, we check out the marriage without even wasting time, and it's not healthy. Now we're preaching based on experience, you know, that those of you that are dating or those of you that are still married, those unhealthy signs of relationship that you see, you need to address it on the table. You know, most times when a husband is disrespectful for the wife and they don't call his attention to that, most guys, they claim that they didn't know they disrespected you. It's not funny for real. And some men, their wives or girlfriends will disrespect them and they will not express it. They will just be angry and, you know, maybe cut off communication. They think cutting off communication will make the woman understand that she's being disrespectful. You'll be surprised. The lady didn't even know she disrespected you. My brother-in-law from New Jersey, bros, I salute you, sir. Afternoon and happy Sunday to you and the family. Thank you for joining me. Please share this video. That's what you owe your sister-in-law. I appreciate you, sir. Welcome on board. When you have a disrespectful partner, and this is just a routine, it's a pattern. This guy disrespects this lady all the time, or the other way around, the lady disrespects the husband or the boyfriend all the time. And there's no communication. You'll be surprised. The one disrespecting the other might not even know he or she is disrespecting the partner because no attention has been called to that. That's why we preach open communication in relationship. Why would you want to marry a man that you cannot talk to? He starts the discussion and he ends it with capital full stop. You don't have nothing to contribute. Why would you want to be in such a caged, uncivilized, unhealthy relationship? Why would you want to be with a girlfriend, a woman that is a runoff? When I say runoff, each time you want to discuss important things, that's when she will start telling you her own problems. Oh my God. That's what we call independent, overly woman. A woman that is overly independent to herself, that doesn't want you to say nothing. When you say, baby, you know, I was angry the way you spoke to me last night, she will tell you, how about you? Remember last week you were so rude too. It's not healthy. Those are signs of unhealthy relationship. We should be able, as two adults, to have a mutual ground that we can calm down, relax, and discuss issues that matters in a very calm and friendly environment. Can one of us shut up for the other one to talk? Can we respect each other? If this one is talking, can the other one be silent for a minute? Or do we want to prove that we're the ladies and we're the one working, or we're the man, we're the head of the family? Like one of the fans was saying, based on culture, you know, men in African culture don't open doors for ladies. It's his opinion. He's not just saying that it's okay, but he's saying that it's the culture. And here we are trying to bring him out of cultural issues that in this 20th century now, every woman, be it in the village, in the township, in the state here, wherever ladies are now, most ladies, all they ask is respect and spice the relationship. We had a topic last week about, you know, spicing up your relationship. Those things that you're not comfortable doing because of cultural values. Can you come out of your values of cultural issues and spice up your relationship a little bit? Can you appreciate your wife based on the modern lifestyle? Instead of referring back how your father used to treat your mother, my father comes back, mama will cook food and clean the house and make sure everything is okay. Can you see the modern style of love? Can you make breakfast for this lady before she get ready to go to work? Can you spice it up a little bit? This is why divorce rate is so high with our own colors. Because we ladies, we feel that we're not appreciated. We feel that you guys don't treat us the way you treat other races. Yes, Mr. Isaac said, what do you do to someone who is not ready to cooperate with you? That's where the issue of unhealthy relationship comes. It's a personal issue, but I will throw light on that. This is the topic of last week that we said, identify unhealthy relationship. When someone is not cooperating with you, I don't understand the type of cooperation you want. Cooperation could be that you want her to say yes to everything that you said. Cooperation could be that she doesn't want to bend a little bit, which is compromise. In a relationship, compromise is very important. Compromise means if my husband wants to spend $10,000 and I'm saying, babe, let's just spend only 7,000. But you really, really want to buy that one that is 10,000 because it's more is superior and, you know, better for you than the one of 7,000. But the lady is coming in the view that, guess what, we have some bills that are due. And if we spend 10,000, we might be short on our bills. Can you compromise? It's different. But when it's all about me, cooperation, if that's what you're asking, Mr. Eze, whereby, for instance, a woman or a man, let's say the woman makes more money than the man, but the man wants to be able to build a house for the family, but he doesn't have enough. The wife doesn't want to cooperate because she makes more money and she don't care about no house. That's where I say unhealthy relationship. Those are core values in relationship. If both of you cannot agree on valuable things to make decisions concerning things like that, it's very unhealthy. There's no magic that is going to change as long run. That's where we want enlightenment. If you are dating a woman now that is never cooperating with you, she's not willing to bend, she's not willing to switch her lifestyle based on her own view of life. You should ask yourself, can I live with this lady for the rest of my life? If the answer is no, then stay away from that relationship. It's not going to work. The same thing to ladies. There are some certain things that one can work and manipulate with. But when it comes to valuable things, it's on the video seriously about a week or so. When we cannot make a concrete decisions about healthy things in life, there's problem. Ms. Tessie said healthy relationships are faith-based and guided by God. Put God back into relationships. That is true. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of the wisdom. And the same Bible, Ms. Tessie, thank you for that point. It makes sense. But remember, Bible said, if two cannot agree, they cannot work together. That is what I'm thinking Mr. Eze is saying, cooperation. And that's where my teaching is going. If we cannot agree on the important things as we are dating, when we enter into marriage, we're not going to have agreement. This has nothing to do with God. This is personal, individual matters that we need to take care of as human beings. Yes, Mr. Eze, Ms. Tessie said, if the person is not ready or willing to try, then keep moving forward. That is bingo. That's exactly the truth and nothing but the truth. It could be hard a little bit, but it is the truth. Unhealthy relationship got nothing to do with God in it. Because when you don't have Christ in it, even when you have Christ in your relationship, you know, some people say, oh, we wedded in church. I don't know why this relationship. God is not the one that will make the relationship to work. You wedded in the church to honor the word of God, that two of us came under the umbrella of Almighty God to secure our relationship, that Almighty God will be in it. Your character and my character, is not God that will change it. The Lord will bless the marriage concerning alignment with our both characters. When the man is running to the left, the lady is running to the right. Things fall apart. The center can never hold. God is not going to be the one to push the center together. We are the architects of our life, the builders of our own houses. We are the pilots of our planes. And God guides us. We make decisions in life. If it's that way, every marriage is supposed to be good, because God honors marriage so much. He honors union so much. But guess what? Divorce rate is hitting every day, because the practical things we need to do and are supposed to be doing, we don't do it, and we wait for miracle in the process while we're in the marriage. Miracles do not happen anymore. Heaven will help those who help themselves. That's the word of God. Yes, marriage is supposed to be in dialogue. That's the mistake still, Mr. Eze. We're supposed to have the dialogue before we get into marriage. But when you are in the marriage and you want to dialogue, that's medicine after death. That's what we're saying. For those who are married now, they're already in it. For those that is working very well for them, praise the Lord. For those that are having issues now, it's not yet late to amend things. Are we really going to discuss things? Are we ready to take responsibilities for our own mistakes? Are we willing to amend and change if we love each other to make it work? Because two cannot make it work if we don't agree. It's all about agreement. But if you have opportunity to dialogue before you get into marriage, Mr. Eze, it will pay us less divorce. If we can dialogue as we're dating and come in agreement, and you can see my flaws, I can see your flaws, and I decide that, yes, till death do me part, I want to be with this man. I think I can work with this man. I'm very open to him. I don't think he's hiding anything. He calls my attention when I offend him. We discuss things like two adults. We take responsibilities for our mistakes, and we amend things based on love and unity. Yes, the Lord will honor that. But don't wait until you get into marriage and you want to start dialoguing after the wedding, after the court marriage. You have lived 6 months, 1 year. You want to come and dialogue and tell me that my makeup is too much. As Christian, you should not put lipstick too much. Hello, you saw me with this lipstick right now. What make you think you're going to change me after we get married? Then I would think you want to control me. But if you tell me while we're dating, like Jesse, I don't like you wearing long earrings while we're dating, and I can tell you that I love my earrings showing really well, and you are like, oh, I don't like it. Can you wear earring that will show but not this long? If I can agree with that, we're making some changes. You can talk live. Admin 1, can you pin the phone number for him to call? Or you send me a request to add it to the video, Mr. Eze. That would be wonderful. I would love that. You can talk live. Send me a video request. I will accept you. Or should I send you? Let me see. Admin 1, see if you can add Mr. Eze live. I've sent you a request. If you accept it, you should be able to come live. Yes, medicine after death is not good. Dialogue and have that communication before you get into marriage. And for those that are already married, things can do better and be better if we are willing to communicate and work on our relationship. It's two ways. Are we really ready to make it work? The number is up there, sir. Or you accept my video request and you can talk live. I think that would be much better. I've sent you a request. It's trying to add you. Check your video request and accept. Medicine after death is not good. Can we dialogue before we get married? And if we're married right now, can we make it work? And another question, who is ready to make it work? The two parties have to be able to agree that they want to make the marriage work or they want to make the relationship work. Okay, your connection failed, Mr. Eze. I don't know why. Probably network on your side. Yeah, the request did not work. Admin 1, can you check why my request is not working for my fans to talk? I don't know why it's not working. Please check that and update it. I've had 3 or 4 requests and it's not picking them up. I don't know why. Okay, I have a phone call. Let me see. Hello, good afternoon. I'm fine, thank you. Fine, I'm on the broadcast. I thought you were calling in. Join us on broadcast. You didn't get the notification? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, like I was saying, sorry about that. You know, we'll say calling and people will call in for you. Oh, Miss Tess, I wish you can come in. I wish you can come in. Admin 1, what's going on? It's still not working. You can come up and see what you can do, sir. We really have to talk. This topic is so interesting to me, you know, and it's killing me why we have issues and issues for little things that we can do and make things work, and it's not working. It's very sad, you know. Oh, yes. Hello? 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 Is this Mr. Eze? Okay, Mr. Eze is also trying to call. The network is not picking up. Can you see why Mr. Eze cannot come in? Yeah, come in. You can show your face. You're part of the admins. Yes. She said she wished she could too. Yeah, that's her right there, Miss Tessie. I've added her before. It's not working. Yo, this is my admin. You know him, the technical support. Awesome. Thank you. His hand is magic. I have punched this thing more than 10 times. Thank you. I think you're doing enhancers. Thank you so much. Miss Tessie, you're on now. Hit it, sister girl. Hit it so that our audience can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's very clear. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. My fans nationwide, all over the world, I have my beautiful mentor for Sisters True Love Group, Miss Tessie. She is on the live with us, and she's going to speak more about respect.
I'm not showing my
Miss
face.
Tessie, you're on.
Okay. Can you hear me? I'm not showing my face.
Yes, it's very loud. It's okay.
Okay. Relationships, that's the topic that I'll be talking about in Dallas. Remember, I told you at the end of the month that the women, that's what we're talking about. Mutual respect in relationships. It's 100%. You
Yes.
have to give 100%. So many people are thinking, oh, well, I'm going to give 50%. When you give 50% in a relationship, you're only giving half. A relationship is a whole. You know, you have to give all of you. You can't be reserved and say, oh, well, I'll be this in public.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get behind closed doors, you're disrespectful.
That's right.
You have to be respectful at all times. You can't be
Mm-hmm.
saying, oh, well, I'm going to see person A, but when we're in public, don't talk to me because I don't want people to know that I know you or I'm with you.
That's right, sis.
So, and what's the gentleman's name that has been chiming in?
Eze.
Eze. If you have a person that will not take the time to communicate with you,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the person that you need to be with. You need to keep it moving. So
That's
apparently that person is not on the same level. Never change your standards to attract a person. If they
awesome.
don't take you for you, keep it moving.
Mm.
Thanks, Larry James. My cousin's watching too, so you got a lot of people watching now.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Miss Tessie share the video. Can you all share it? This is interesting topic. We're hearing from the mentor of Sisters True Love Group, Miss Tessie, and she is
Thanks,
trying to.
Lynette.
Amen.
Lynette Brown is watching too. Thanks, Lynette.
Thank you all for joining. God bless you all.
Remember, guys, this is a time that we're going into the holiday season
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be stressed out. Don't take your stress on the ones that you love or care about.
Mm,
Remember, give people flowers while they're living. It does
mm,
nothing when they're dead.
mm,
So just arbitrarily call somebody up. Walk up to a stranger and say, I love you,
mm.
without a reason, without a cause. And you'll be surprised how many good things happen in your life.
Amen.
If people talk about you, don't worry about it. It's not what they say, it's if you answer to it. So if
That's
someone says, oh, well, I don't like Jesse. Jesse is this, Jesse is that. Jesse's only
mm-hmm.
that if she answers to that.
That's right.
People talk about me on a daily basis. Guess what? That makes me feel better because I'm on their mind.
Yeah.
So when they're talking negative about me and trying to stop me from getting my hustle and get my whatever you want to call it done, guess what? I don't care. I'm going to do me. I'm going to
Mm,
respect me. You don't have to like me, but one thing you have to do, you have to respect me.
that's right, sis.
So I'm going to give it back to Jessie. I'm not going to take over her show.
No, hold on, sis. Don't give up yet. Don't give back to me yet. Let's try this. There's a fan on the broadcast who is saying that the way we that are in the states here are being respected by men here is not acceptable in the third world country because of tradition. And I was trying to tell him that it has nothing to do with tradition. I want you to throw light on that. Respect should be a mutual stuff between adults, even kids, your children, and all that.
Right. Respect has nothing to do with where if you're black, white, blue, green, African, Asian, whatever. Respect is reciprocal. Respect
Yes,
means that you are treating people the way that you want to be treated. As the Bible says, love thy neighbor. It doesn't say, well, if you're in Africa, you don't have to love this neighbor. But
that's
when you come
right.
to the States, you have to love the neighbor. No, that's not what it's saying. When you respect people, you respect them regardless of where you are. And in order
Mm,
to get respect, you have to give respect. Respect is earned. It's not a rite of passage. So if you want me to respect you, you have to respect me.
That's
And
right.
for those that know me, I don't have a filter. So if I feel like you are disrespecting me, I'm going to bring it to your attention, because maybe you don't realize what you're doing is deemed disrespectful.
That's the point right there. Most times we don't realize that we're disrespecting people. Like she's saying, we need to make it known. That's communication.
You know, if you're doing something that your partner does not agree with,
Mm-hmm.
and you leave that partner and you go to the next person and you have that same issue, newsflash,
Mm.
you're the problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you're the common denominator in every situation and those
Mm,
situations aren't working, you have to look
mm,
back to see what is a common factor that is repeatedly involved. And it's going to be you. So,
mm,
like Michael Jackson says, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. You turn and look at that mirror and say, what is wrong with this person?
mm.
If you can't figure it out, there's professionals out there that will help you. When
Figure it
people
out.
come to you about an issue, don't take it personal. If they didn't care, they wouldn't come to you and say, hey, I noticed XYZ. So many
Mm.
people have their feelings on their shoulders. You need to lose all that.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to take constructive criticism. Take that and learn from that. Not destructive, but constructive. If someone is trying to better you, listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesse got her juice again.
As usual. Sis,
But
stop picking on me.
but my thing is, you have to have, like Jesse said, mutual respect. Don't try to throw yourself and say, oh, you're going to do this if you're not being the same type of person. You have to reciprocate what you're doing and what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
My 2-year-old grandson has more respect for people than some of these adults that I run into.
Mm.
Why does he have the respect? Because he's taught respect.
Mm-hmm.
Respect is learned in the home. The one gentleman is saying, oh, in Africa, we don't do this. That just
Mm-hmm.
means that whomever taught you how to be a man failed in that department.
Mm.
Yep, I'm calling it out. Whoever
Yes,
taught you to be a man failed. So you are
that's right.
being taught by a boy and not a man. And so many people are running around saying, I'm a man, I'm a woman, when they are a boy or a girl.
That's right.
Men and women carry themselves with respect, they show respect, and they're respectful.
Mm. Mm.
And I'm trying to
That's what
I'm trying to get me out of the picture because I'm not dressed. I still have my
I know.
jammies
I
on.
see you hiding, sis. It's okay. I took you on a West today. I'm sorry. It's okay, sis, but I love
See,
what you're doing. I
look,
see you.
see my little hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I see you. Yes, ma'am. How about Miss Tessie? When in a relationship, we're talking about mutual respect. Some
Mm-hmm.
people will come out and say, I love you. I love you so much to be your boyfriend. I love you so much to be your husband. But when it comes to valuable things like how much we make and how we're spending our money, or the things that we do, secret investment and all that, they don't want their partners to know. What does that put into the relationship?
Well, that's not mutual respect. A relationship, again, is 100, 100.
Plus. Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship and, hey, Henry, thanks for chiming in. That's my
Oh,
cousin.
God bless
In a
Mr. Henry. God
relationship,
bless.
you have to be in the relationship. You have to bring to the table. Everybody brings the same thing to the table. So
Mm.
I was talking with a patient yesterday, and this subject came up, and I was telling he and his wife, who have been married 70 plus years, I was
Wow.
asking them, what did it take? And like he said, it was respect. But he said, oh, my better half. And before I knew it, I had
Mm.
jumped on him. I was like, no, she's not a half. She's a whole. So she should be your better whole. Because if
Oh
she's your
my.
better half, you're only respecting her 50%
That's
because you're
right.
only giving her half credit.
Mm,
And he looked at me. He goes, I don't get it. I don't understand. So I broke it down a little bit more.
mm,
If you're getting in a relationship, it's not a 50-50 because that means each person's only giving half of themselves.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Relationships, which respect falls under, has to be 100%. Now, if I'm in a relationship, do I have to be tagging behind you and knowing your every minute and your whereabouts? No,
Messed
I'm
up.
I'm not your bodyguard. You know, I'm your girlfriend or your wife, not your bodyguard.
That's right.
So basically, when you get into that relationship, you have to give all of you.
Mm,
Put the cell phone on the thing. If it rings, you're not there, or they're not there. If you've talked about it, don't just
mm,
take it up on yourself to say, "Oh, I'm gonna answer the phone. It's here." Most of us
mm,
have businesses that it comes through our phone.
mm.
So they may not want you to answer their phone because it's a business phone.
Yep.
But if you're just on the weekends, it's after hours, you're not doing any business, you're in the bathroom, your phone's ringing off the hook. I don't have a problem with my better person or the other part of me pick my phone up and answer and say she's unavailable. Can she
That's
call you
right.
back? Can I
Mm,
help you? Because I'm transparent in relationships. I don't have secrets. I'm not
mm,
gonna lie to you.
mm,
So if here's my thing is if you don't want to know, don't ask.
mm.
If you ask, those that
You.
know me, I'm gonna tell you. I'm
Yep.
gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, but guess what? If I didn't tell you the truth, if I was not truthful to you, that means I don't care about you.
Mm.
That means I don't need to be with you. So I'm gonna look at you and tell Kick Rocks, hey Tiff, thanks for joining. My
Oh
daughter's on.
God. God bless her. Oh God. Thank you for
But
joining. God bless you.
my thing is, when you're in a relationship and you have issues where the disrespect comes in or you question the respect, don't put it on Facebook. Don't
Yes,
put it
ma'am.
on social media. Don't run and tell your girlfriends, oh, girl, you don't know what Bob just did. Because guess what? Becky and Bob going to be back together tomorrow and they're going to be mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Diana. But
Oh,
my thing
thank
is,
you.
when you are in a relationship, it's between you and your partner,
Mm,
not your mama, not your daddy, not the next door neighbor, not your girlfriend. Because guess what? Your girlfriend gonna talk about you to your other girlfriends. Your
mm-hmm.
guy friends are gonna do the same. But when they see you, oh girl, y'all doing so good.
Mm,
Those aren't friends. Those are frenemies. They're
mm.
friends. They're enemies. So
Yes.
keep your relationship behind your doors. If you come to me and talk to me about an issue, I'm not Panasonic. I'm not a
Mm,
recorder. I'm not going to
mm,
go back and tell somebody what you told me. But what I will do, if they come to me and say, well, I have a problem with such and such, I'm going to tell you, you need to go to Jesse and tell Jesse you got a problem with Jesse. Don't
with
come
her. Mm-hmm.
because a dog that'll bring a bone will carry a bone. And the
Mm.
media phone, the more gossip they're going to do.
Yes.
So to preserve your relationship, turn your cell phone off, get off of Twitter, Snapchat, Chat Snap, whatever it's called. Get off all social media and take care of home.
Mm,
Because
mm.
people on social media, you don't know these people. You don't know if they exist. You don't know if
That's
that's their real name. You don't know if that's
yep.
their real picture. Get off of social media with your relationships.
Mm.
Or if you're going to take your relationship on social media, do it on Facebook Live so we all can see how stupid both of y'all are. Because it's not fair to only know that you the dummy and then that other person is out there doing the same stupid stuff. Get on Facebook Live so we all can chime in. We need to know what side to root for. Get one side of it. But for all
Wonderful.
guys in the Texas area, Arlington, on October 27th at the Sheraton in Arlington, it's a women's conference. I believe it's free now.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hey,
That's
Dr. Brent,
wonderful.
my Aussie
Awesome.
boyfriend's online now. Hey, Aussie. Hey there, Mikey
Thank
Mike.
you, my friend, for joining us. God bless you.
But
Appreciate
October 27th from 12 to 6 at the Arlington Sheraton. So a women's conference. It's 5 great women that's going to be talking. I'm going to be one of the 5. I'm going to be one of the first speakers.
Awesome, sis.
So be
And
prepared
I
to
will be there.
unmask. My topic will be under Unmask the Truth.
That's a good
It's
one.
going to be very interesting, and I'm going to make a lot of people mad.
That's what we'll do.
Because I'm going to bring out some things about how we as women act. How tacky we are when we act like that. And we wonder why these young girls are out here acting wild. We're going to unmask the truth. So if you have a Mardi Gras mask, bring that with you. So you can take that mask off and see how you should act.
That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Tessie. I'm believing that everyone is hearing her and, paying attention to the contributions that she's making to us. We're not just entertaining. These are women with experiences, these are women that have been there, done it, we are talking facts, realities of life.
Yeah.
There's no more compromise. There has to be 100% input on both parties for it to work. You can't reserve of yours and want me to input 100. It's not going to balance out.
Hold on one sec here. Okay, I'm going to get a picture of my wall so I can sit up now. You can see the picture. But yes. What we need to do as women, we need to stop all this pettiness. And men, you fall in that category, but I know Jesse talks a lot and men think it's all about them.
No, it's not all about
it's really not. No, it's not about the men. It's about people.
It is two ways. As a matter of fact, we women are high contributors to these issues. It's not all about men at all. The men are the problem I have with our men is when they're not willing to communicate and they pile it up. And before you know it, things will fall apart. And some women are wonderful.
But once again, just once again on that, it's a two-way thing.
It is.
If someone's having a problem with their relationship, they need to go to the person that they're having that issue with. But what we're finding is they're going to social media for strangers that they don't even know. Some of these people on Facebook, these young people, they're in their teens, 12, 13, 14, 20s. How are you going to give me advice on a relationship when your relationship is SpongeBob on TV? You
don't have a
lived it.
Yet.
Yeah, you haven't lived anything. Right. Yeah. We need to have one that talks about domestic violence, because I'm passionate about talking about domestic violence, and it's a two-way streak.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna get to that.
Topic.
Don't want to bore them with too many.
Yeah, but make tomorrow's topic.
Yes, it's gonna be a next topic. But what Miss Tessie is saying is that if you don't have experience, what are you bringing on board? You understand? If you don't have experience, what are you going to bring on board if there's no experience? You're talking about divorce, you've not been there. It's been proven that people go to school and they can read, marriage counseling and all that. It's all good. But main thing is getting the real facts. We're not just preaching stuff that we think will make people happy. Like she said, that relationship, there's no 50% and then 100% on this side. It's the truth and the facts. You want to hear from expertise. You want to hear from people who have been there, done it. People who have tested the good and the bad. and the truth will be surfaced. Like I tell my fans all the time, I can't come here and pretend that I'm an angel. I've been married and divorced, you know, and I don't have no way of featuring it and making it look too pretty to say yes, I'm a golden girl. No, 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 that's not the way it works. I'm not a golden girl. I've been married and divorced, and I have experienced how painful it is to love someone and be disappointed. And not only that, when you flash back, I can tell you that the breakdown in the marriage was not only from the man, like Miss Tessie said. I had something to contribute to the failure of the marriage too. That's a story for another day. So there is no way two of us can work together if we don't agree, either the man or the woman. Marriages don't just happen boom overnight. People are divorced. No, there are some contributing factors that has been happening, and we ignore it. We see it. We don't want to treat it. By the time we know it, it will pile up. Things will fall apart, and the center cannot hold. Mr. Eze said he wants to talk. Oh, Mr. Eze, I wish I can get you in. I'm trying to get you in, sir. I don't know why it's not working. I'm trying to get
Tell him
you
to go
in.
to Jesse. Tell him to go to his settings to allow it. I had to go through settings to allow.
Oh, okay.
So
Mr.
he may have to go through his phone to
Yes,
allow.
Mr. Say you have to go through your setting on your phone and allow the video to be accepted. Then you'll be able to accept me. Go to your settings on your phone. Then you'll be able to talk. Yeah. So it's two-way stuff, you know, and the issue I'm having is most people are thinking cultural stuff. You know, cultural stuff. How can a woman know everything a man is doing? How can a woman know everything a man is doing? How can you know everything a woman is doing if I can't know what you're doing? Why would you want to know what I'm doing?
See, but here's the thing about it is, if you have mutual respect, you don't need to know what they're doing every minute of the hour.
You don't have to be following them behind like
Yeah,
a rat. You know? You
you
should be
know,
able
don't
to trust someone.
you don't have to follow. Also, with respect, there's another component. It's called trust.
Yeah, trust.
If you don't trust someone, you'll never respect that person.
That's the deadline right
You know,
there.
if you have an open dialogue about what's going on in your life,
Yep.
and if you are in a relationship, whether it be marriage, whether it be
Boyfriend and
girlfriend,
girlfriend.
boyfriend, the key is, how about being friends first? And that's where you lose it. You know, you
Yep.
meet John Doe. You're like, oh, I found the man of my dreams. You're running around telling everybody, oh, I got the man of my dreams. Come to find
Mm,
out, John Doe really ain't even a man.
mm.
You
You
know,
can
he's a
say that.
little boy. He's a little
Mm,
boy that's over
mm.
the age of 21. You know, he's still out there running.
Try this
As they
out.
said, as they said on Coming to America, he's trying to soar his royal oats. Well, at a certain age, your oats are no longer oats.
Oh my
You
God.
know, it's become barley. You know, so you need to get
Mm.
somewhere, sit down, and
Yep.
stop trying to be something that you'll never be, and then say, "Oh, well, there's
Mm.
no good women." Hey,
Yes.
Dr. Aaron, but
Yep.
what you have to remember is part of respect, trust has to be there. That has to be the component. You have to
Yes.
also be friends with that person,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
you can have sex with anyone.
That's right.
When that's gone, what do you have? Blank
Mm.
walls and silence, and you hear crickets chirping
Yep.
because you have nothing in common. So remove that factor.
Yep.
Izzy, what type of phone do you have? And we'll try to get one
Okay.
of the admins to walk you through the process.
Yes, Mr. Eze, what type of phone do you have? Let me get one of the admins to walk you through the process. Admin one, please pick up the conversation on
Izzy,
Mr.
I have to respectfully disagree with you. Experience does come with age.
Mm-hmm,
In order
mm-hmm.
for you to experience something, you have to go through it. And we're not putting that age on it. We're not saying you have
Yeah,
to be
be about
21.
40, yeah, or something.
Yeah, experience does come with age. Knowledge and wisdom comes with age. You know, as we get older,
Mm-hmm.
personal upbringing matters a lot. Oh, correct. The
Mm.
way that you're brought up, if you're brought up in a respectful environment, you're going to reciprocate and be respectful.
Yeah.
But, you know, if the wolves raised you, you don't know how to respect anyone,
Admin one, can you come upstairs, please? Yeah, go
you
ahead,
know.
Mister.
But I totally agree with the comments that you're making, and I do wish that you could chime in so we could hear you.
Yes, yes, yes. The admin is coming up. Admin one, please come up.
I'm not sure what type of phone that is.
Yeah, he said it's a Influence Hot 4. I don't know what
Yeah, I've
that
never
is.
heard of that. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I have no clue what they're calling it back. Come admin one, please
If
stop.
if it's not an iPhone or a Samsung, I'm
Oh,
lost.
Samsung, cut me out.
Yeah, I'm lost. You know, I'm an iPhone type of girl.
Like, yeah, please. That's him right there. Is it?
Hey, Sam.
Hello, Miss Stacy.
I see that arm in there. If you guys need a good IT person, Sam's your man.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. We love him. I don't know why
Sam
it's
got
not
little
coming.
muscles in his arm. He been working out.
Leave Sam alone.
I have to pick on him. I haven't seen him in a while. I have to pick on him.
Oh, nice.
Sam know I love him. I got to pick on my buddy.
Mr. T said she loves you. She has to pick up on
Love you too.
Okay, that's the
As
kind
soon
of
as I
phone
get
this.
better, I'll see y'all. But right now, I'm a little under the weather.
I know.
I think we can't just one guest at a time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she has to be off first before we can bring her.
Really?
Have you had two kids? Okay, look
He
at
really
this.
wants to talk. I wish he can talk. That's him
Yeah,
right there. Bring them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we need the men to chime in too, so it's not like we're male bashing.
Like oh no, I feel sorry for the men. But they were attacking me yesterday and today before you came in. But it's interesting. Well,
Let's
bless
see if
God.
I bark, I'm a bite. So bring it on.
Yeah, I wish he can speak too.
And as when you were raised by an older woman, and she
Yeah.
taught you respect and the value of marriage. Not everyone's
Mm-hmm.
fortunate because if if I'm 17, 18, my mom is
And it's on the request.
34, my
What is
grandma's
it?
52.
Like you,
There's
can you
no
send the
wisdom
request
there
to himself?
because we're all, you know, everybody, a child raising a child.
Input that in.
So going
Yes,
back
mistress, I'm
to
listening.
age comes with wisdom and experience, and you being raised,
Mm-hmm.
hey Norma, with you being raised by an older woman, that helps you
Mm-hmm.
to understand women. A woman can't raise a man. Only a man can raise a man, and a man can't raise a woman. And what before everybody gets on their high horse in their soapbox and start jumping in and start yelling, let me finish. In order for me to raise a man, I have to know how to be a man, and that's impossible.
It's hard.
But I do know how to be a woman, and I've raised two lovely women that have bore me great children, grandchildren. You know, my ex-husband, may he rest in peace, raised a great son, my son, his siblings. But there's no way a woman can raise a man.
It's very challenging.
Just because you get angry easy does not mean that you're going to beat anyone. No one has the right to put their hands on anyone.
Anybody, nobody. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's a no-no.
No, you say you disagree. What are you disagreeing with?
No, no, no. He's disagreeing with the grandmother that if he's gonna beat a woman, he said no,
Oh,
he will.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No,
what he said.
you can
Yeah,
be angry.
it's
There's
natural
nothing
for.
wrong with being angry. That's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you become stupid, and that's what I say when people put their hands.
Or someone else.
Now, Africans are different from white people. White people are different from white people. Africans are different from Africans. We as people, we
Humans.
need to get away from that Africans are this, Africans are that, whites are this, whites are that.
Mhm,
We got to
mhm.
get away from that. We are people. We are one race. We are the human race. So we need to get away from the black, white, blue, green, orange, purple. Stop
Very
putting
important.
labels on how you act.
Very important. It's not an excuse for any man to beat on
No,
any
a
human
woman cannot raise a
or a
man.
woman beating a man. Some women
No.
do that. It has nothing
Yeah,
to do with the race or the culture. It's a no, no, no. It's not
right. No.
acceptable.
He's saying now that a woman raised a man. A woman cannot raise a man unless she is a man. She can
Meaning that
raise
she is the one taking care of things. She have been doing stuff, and some women are strong to do that, but
you
that's
right.
not excuse for any man to beat a woman because a woman raised you up or a man only raised you up. There's no excuse for that.
That go back to the raising because we're jumping back and forth on subjects. Let me respond to your comment about a woman raising a man. And men that's on here, please chime in. Type us if you can't actually get in on it live. Type your concerns and your input.
So we can
And do
share
you
ideas.
agree or disagree that a man can raise a man, a woman cannot? No culture are the same. I totally agree with that. No two cultures are the same, but even within the African culture, there are different beliefs. We have to learn to be culturally diverse and use cultural humility. No, I know you're not saying
So,
that you're going to beat a woman.
yeah, we
Let's get back
understand.
to what we're saying.
Let me clear this off, Miss
We're
Tessie.
trying to get you on the best we can.
Yeah,
We're trying
let
to
me
get you on.
clear this up, Mr. Eze. The issue of culture should be reduced when it comes to beating a woman or not beating a woman or stuff like that.
Hey, Elise.
Culture. Culture has nothing to do with any man that is violent to the wife or any woman that is violent to the man. It's either ways. We have that issue everywhere globally.
Yes.
People tend to beat people thinking it's okay. It has nothing to do with culture. And we need to cancel that view. Culture has nothing to do with this. Before you joined us, another fan was stressing on the respect issue of culture that in Africa, precisely, he mentioned, especially in Nigeria, the culture does not demand a man to respect a woman the way the culture demands of respect from a man to a woman in United States. And that is not right. We want to get that out of our mind. When we keep using those emphasis about cultural stuff, disrespecting one another, it is not good. Being it that I'm not in the United States now, let's say I'm in Nigeria, I'm not going to accept a man beating on me. It's individual differences. Some women here, some white men beat their wives, like Ms. Tessie said, this is not culture problem. It is a universal standard that violence is not acceptable. It's not about, okay, Nigerians beat your wives, you're okay. Then white, don't beat your wife, you go to jail. No. Universal precaution is there is no beating for any human being. It's not the way to treat things. It will make it worse. We're not saying
And
you're going to beat on your wife, but we're just saying generally, this cultural stuff needs to tune down. It's not acceptable.
then two, they have laws now.
Mhm.
But what you do in the area that you live, that's how you adapt to that. When you come, you can bring your cultural beliefs, but if the beliefs are illegal, you have to adapt your culture. I'm not saying lose or change totally, but when we go to different countries, when we go to different areas, you know, Jesse knows, and the joke is I'm an honorary Nigerian. So,
I
my
love that.
thing is I know a lot. Wait a minute. Need to share words of wisdom here.
Okay,
I
he
didn't.
said he to share words of wisdom here on this issue of cultural respect.
That's what we're trying to share that for everyone that's chimed in.
We
Culture,
all are trying
cultural
to share this
respect.
idea.
Yeah. Cultural respect is you have to respect each person's culture without
Yes.
compromising your own culture. So basically, what you have to do, You have to
I'm
respect
on Facebook Live.
everyone. Hence, we're going back to the initial topic of respect.
Hmm?
As Jesse said, throw out, oh, well, I'm different from this person. I'm different. If you wasn't, we all be robots. And what
Yes.
makes us great is everybody's different. We're not the same.
Mm.
You know, my thing is, if I'm in Texas right now, there's a way that I have to respect cultures here that if I go back to Missouri or Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see those cultures and I have to respect the cultures in that area. So, with this all wrapped up, you have to respect each person with respect. And I used to say, respect everyone like you respect your family, but half the people don't respect their family.
And I
So,
would
my
throw like
new
on
thing
that.
is respect yourself and others the way you want them to respect you. So, to get respect, you have to give
Give
respect.
respect. And I want to clear something very, very important about this cultural stuff because it's looking bad. This is global media. People are watching all over the world, and it's very not too good for us to be stressing on the culture of us foreigners, especially Nigerians, saying that it's okay or it's not a big deal when a man beats a woman, based on culture. It is a big deal. I keep repeating it. My own father, who died as a late commissioner of police, was born and raised in Nigeria. Guess what? I had two of my aunties, I still remember when I was younger. Their husbands, in their places of marriage, used to beat them up. I remember my father sending the guys in my village to go bundle their husbands, ordered them to beat them so well that they will never put hand on these ladies. That is Nigeria. So, cultural stuff and cultural stuff need to drop. We do not accept any man, even in Nigeria, beating on any woman. The only difference is that most of the ladies are scared to say something about it. Most of them cannot fight for themselves, and the government of our land is not stressing much on that. Not that they don't see it as something that is not right. Admin one, please, can you come add Miss Tessie back? I lost her. It's not cultural stuff. Any matured man back in the Africa, I still believe that matured and a well-trained man who have respect for human being and for himself will not have a wife and be beating that wife up. It's not part of I love you. Any man that puts hand on his wife does not love her. I don't care how you preach it. There is not love in that kind of relationship where you will beat your wife up and think it's part of love. That is not part of symptoms and signs of love. I lost her. It's not a part of symptoms and signs of love. And it's not good when we use that as an excuse. Thank you, dear. As an excuse
Okay, I'm back.
back. There's no room for that. What I'm saying, we need to drop that cultural issue of thinking it's okay and the women in the United States will call police and send their husbands to jail because they beat them. It's not our culture. Our culture did not allow any man to beat any woman. The only issue is that most women back home cannot speak up for themselves and men take advantage of them, beating them up, especially those that their brothers and their fathers are not available. In my own village, you don't beat any married woman because somebody's going to beat you back. My dad and the elders of the village will make other young men beat you back. So it depends on where you're brought up from and what you believe and what the woman you married believe. If you beat me up, I'm going to go home and tell my family and they will come after you. So it depends. It's not a cultural issue. In Africa, we don't advocate for men to get away with beating women just because women are vulnerable for that and they don't have nobody to stand for them. It is not right. It doesn't make.
Okay, Jesse, just asked the question, is it single or married? And I'm not sure what he's at.
It doesn't matter if you're single or married. Beating on anybody like Miss Tessie and I is telling you is wrong.
They
Okay,
can't
he said now,
remotely.
did we say that one can have sex with anyone they want? No, that's not what we're saying.
No, no.
We're not, we're not even talking about sex right now.
Yeah, no. The statement was, you have to respect your partner. You have to be friends with your partner, because after that, if you can't respect them, you're not friends with them. All you're doing is having sex, there's nothing. That's not a relationship. That's a
It's
convenience.
not a relationship.
It's a
Yeah.
convenience ship.
Mm,
You respect that person. Hey, Gayleen, if you respect that person will respect you in return.
that is true.
So you have to stop thinking about, oh, I'm the man and I'm the head, I'm this, I'm that. If you think
Mm-hmm.
about the respect factor, look at the queen is the one that runs the show.
Yes, ma'am.
And and here's the reason I'm saying that. If you have an anthill, if you kill that queen, the whole colony dies off.
Mm,
Bees, the queen is the head of it. You kill that queen, the whole bee colony is gone. But the Bible says a man is the head of the household, and I'm about to make somebody real mad with this.
that's a
But
good one.
reality says that the queen is the sole core. Without that queen, that king does not function properly, because they are a team. They're 100, 100. And Gayleen, Robin, Tiffany, James, Henry, any of you guys from my family that joined in, please chime in with some comments what you think respect and relationship, how it works.
Mm,
We need more people,
yes.
you
And
know.
it's so hard,
Like I
it's
said,
so hard in a relationship if we cannot connect emotionally, physically, and
yeah. And
spiritually
what about
without
the king?
it's not gonna work.
He's asking about the king. The king has to
You
have a
are the king.
queen to function.
You are the king. The man.
The man is the king, not the boy in a man's body. The man is
Body.
the king of his castle. The woman is the queen of her castle. Together as a team with mutual respect, they run the village. Thanks, Robin.
Mm,
Robin says exactly. It's teamwork. And the old
yes.
saying, Jesse knows this is my saying when I teach, when I've been a director, teamwork
Mm.
makes the dream work. So as a team, you have to be respectful to one another in order for the relationship to work.
And the Bible sealed it all. The Bible said it all. There's no compromise if both of us cannot work together. We cannot do it. If you and your partner cannot agree, there's no mutual respect. That marriage, according to the word of God, can never work. It doesn't matter how you want to patch it. There's no way a woman can be good all through this marriage and the man is all bad and you expect that marriage to last forever. It will not last. Or a man is putting on all his interest to make the marriage work. Some men work so hard to maintain their relationship, to make the marriage work, and the woman is all about herself. It's still not going to work. That's what the Bible said in Amos chapter 3, verse 3. If these two cannot agree, how can they work together? If the Bible can stress on that, we humans need to wake up and know that for us to be in a very solidified relationship and have mutual respect, love one another, and succeed and do exploits as couples, as boyfriends, even in family like brothers and sisters, for anything in life to work, both parties have to come in agreement. If one is in disagreement, how can it work? How possible is that? It's common sense. And what are you hiding? Don't get me wrong. Some men get into a woman's life and it's not meant to be. Probably the beauty charming you and they get into it. You didn't have time to study this lady, or the woman, the same thing. You get into a man's life, you didn't have opportunity to study him, and both of you find yourself in a solid relationship, you're married. Then the real issues started surfacing. You guys are not willing to work it out, you're not willing to talk it over, you're not willing to seek counseling, you're not willing to be together to fix things. Why would you risk your life? Oh my God. I don't know how you can set your phone, Mr. Eze. You know, I haven't even heard about that kind of phone before. If anyone is watching and you can help Mr. Eze with the kind of phone that he's using so he can talk, he's trying to talk. Please do that. We would love you to help him. He really wants to say something. And that's wonderful of him.
And we want to hear what he has to say. We want everyone.
Yes, I'm dying too to hear what Mr. Eze is bringing on board. I am dying like, oh my God. Can he talk so we can hear? You nearly gave up on hope. We have talked about that. If you gave up on hope because you don't want it to work, then it's your turn. But if you want it to work, both parties have to be open. And
Now,
that's why I'm saying, since you're divorced and they want to get into marriage again, take your time to study whoever you want to marry now. This is the opportunity to make it right.
Now, are you giving up on, Jesse, is he giving up on the relationship, or is he giving up on trying
on marriage?
No,
on marriage.
He's giving up on marriage?
Yes.
Or giving up trying to get on and talk to us?
I know. I wish he can talk to us. I don't know what's going on.
My thing is, when he gives up, then he sets himself up for, to be able to move on. Never give up. There's somebody out there for everybody. Every pot has a top.
On your end.
You just may have the wrong top for the pot.
Yeah. I know.
So
can you hear me, Mr. Eze?
Stay strong.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive one. And, he said, I've been for decades without sex and no relationship, but what I have been seeing in today's marriage, in today's marriage makes me cry. Oh, what you are seeing
in today. Are you looking at today's marriage on the TV, on a bad couple, or are you looking at today's marriage on an older couple that has been together through thick and thin to get your advice? If you're looking for advice from TV, I was like, I'm sorry, somebody was texting me. If you're looking at marriage from TV, social media, that's the wrong picture. You need to look at marriage from happily married people. And there are happily married people out there. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
We talk about, we've been married, we've been divorced. But for me personally, I know why I got divorced. I wasn't ready to be married.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I didn't respect the relationship marriage or the commitment of marriage because I was young.
Yeah.
Some people say, oh, we grew apart. We didn't grow apart. We never grew together. So until you grow together, you can't grow apart. You have to be able to talk things out, hash it out, go behind closed doors. Whatever you say and do behind those closed doors in regards to your relationship, remain respectful when you're talking to your partner. By remaining respectful and both of you on the same ground, then you can succeed. Statistics have it somewhere around 68 to 73% of all marriages will fail within the first 7 years. People are believing that. The reason marriage fails is people don't fight for it.
Yes,
you got to fight for what's
worth. And not only that, they don't even start it right. That's the main thing.
That's the thing. Yeah, they haven't grown together.
Now when you're inside already, you saw the signs and symptoms of unhealthy relationship, you ignore it and act like you didn't see it, then you get in based on financial status, or based on my mom said I should get married to him, or based on my friends are all married, let me marry, based on one reason or the other. But the signs are always there. You ignore it and you believe when you're in, you're going to face it. It's very tough now when you're in, you did not see those things and you want to face it. You are talking about adults that are all grown. It is very challenging to change an adult overnight. You can always work with their characters and amend things. But like me now, you can't change me. You should have been able to study me and see if we can fit. But 90%, let's bring it back to the third world countries. Most times we don't give ourselves the room to know each other. We get into relationships like marriage because culturally, based on their culture, you're the first daughter of the family. You see a second sister who wants to marry. Family are telling them you can't marry until your senior sister marry. Guess what? Senior sister marry whoever asks for marriage, not even knowing them, just to clear so that the sister will marry. Those
Hey,
cultures are no longer like that.
welcome, Evelyn. I got more of my Facebook family coming online to watch us and
Those
talk to us.
cultures are no longer like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, when I got married, I was the first one to marry among my two sisters. They were all older than me. That's what I keep saying. Using culture is not healthy. Guess what? I saw the guy I want to marry. I told my daddy said, are you sure you want to go before your sister? I said, I'm not worried for nobody. I am getting married for you. And I got married before my sisters. So I don't know when people keep using these excuses. I am not 70 years old. So it's happening in our generation. People are doing what makes them happy, and we need to grow to that point where we make decisions. But did I study the marriage before going in? No, I did not study. I was just out of university and I want to marry. I just want to marry. I don't want to start dating and dating. That was my common stupid excuse that I used. Oh, I don't want to have a lot of boyfriends. Let me just go ahead and marry. I thought I'm a graduate. Let me get married. Guess what? I didn't even know the guy very well. And when things started falling apart, the center couldn't hold. So rushing into it and want to amend it when you're in is very challenging. If you're out now or you have not gone in yet, use this opportunity to study each other. And if you're in, if both of you want to make it work, it can be doable. That's what I
The
think.
key
That's
to
my
it is, yeah, don't rush into any relationship. Get to know the individual.
yes, man.
You know, you can even, quote unquote, go outside of your culture. You know, you're saying that, you know, the culture in Nigeria is this. You can still have your culture from Nigeria, but just adapt to the American culture. So basically, marriage is a great institution if
It
you have the
is.
right
It is.
person.
It
And
is
that's
very sweet.
key. You have a person that you can stand to see 24 hours a day, that if they get sick, you know, you're willing to take care of them and vice versa. You know, if they can't cook, you cook and they clean.
God bless you,
You know,
man.
work it
God
out
bless
where
you.
for the both of you, you
God
know.
bless you. God bless you, especially the cooking part now. I want a man that can be cooking. I am tired of cooking for real. I want a husband who will cook breakfast for me and cook lunch. Let me do the dinner before we go to bed.
And fixing meals for me. And when they say fix a meal, we're not talking about going to McDonald's and getting hot pasta. We're talking about slaving over the stove. Some grits,
For real.
cheese, butter, some eggs, you know, bacon,
Yeah.
sausage, and whatever.
He said some
That
ladies
goes
can
both
never
ways. Yeah, that goes
pretend
both
and
ways.
cover their ugly side till they
Yeah,
enter into
that
the marriage. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
that goes both ways. That's not just
That's true.
women. That's
Both men
people.
and women.
Yeah, that's people, because we are so set on getting what we want that
Oh my
women will
God.
put on weave,
Woke
they'll
up
put
today.
on makeup, they'll do a, you know, you think you got this gorgeous diamond,
Mm,
and then once you get behind closed doors, you realize you got a cubic zirconia. This is a
mm,
fake. It's not real. You have men
mm,
out there that have expensive clothing, drive nice cars. You know, the outer them, they look like, oh, this man has got it in order. He's got his game on. Come to find out, he still lives in his mama's house in the basement. That's why he dressed like that. His
oh my
mama
goodness.
giving him an allowance. You
Yeah.
know, his mama bought him that car. He's a bum. He's a scrub. You have males and females. You have some females, which irks me to no return, to say, I want to find a man to take care of me. I don't want a man to take care of me. I want a
That's it,
man to accentuate me, to accent
you
me.
know. Mm-hmm.
you know,
and
to bring
compliment
out
who
the
you are.
better me. I don't want
Yes,
someone to scare me. You know,
and
I want
that's
someone
really
to make me
listening.
shine. What can you bring
Exactly.
to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my cousin's trying to chime in.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but she did it wrong. If you can hear me, Roz, I'm gonna send you a thing.
Yeah, you don't want to have a woman who wants you to make her a woman. That means she's not a woman. Every matured lady comes in matured. All we need to do is complement one another. The man and the woman will complement each other, will work together, and will bring the best out of one another. Why would you want to come and recreate me as a grown up? Why would I want to be recreating a grown up man while we're already in the mess? I ain't rushing anymore. Like I tell people, I want to know who you are before we get into any stuff.
And
So
that's
slow down.
key.
No rushing. No
That's the
rushing.
key. You're saying that
No rushing.
women are pretending. How long do you know these women?
That's the main key. I
Because
know.
if you get to know your partner, their ins, their outs, you're gonna know them for who they are. I can
Yes.
walk outside with a fur, diamonds, with all this expensive stuff, and people say, "Oh, she's got a whole bunch of money," and I can be broke. People pretend to be what they're not all the time. But if we
Yep.
take the time and the patience to get to
You
know
will
the,
discover. You will discover it.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and the key
Yep.
is
How,
you have
how
to
long
know
can
the
a
person.
man pretend, or how long can a man pretend if you take time to date, like Mr. is saying? How long
But
can you pretend?
you know, my thing is if you get to know a person and you spend quality time, not you don't have to be with them all the time, but when you're with them, make that time valuable. Spend quality
Valuable.
time with them, get to know them, then you're gonna know that person. And trust me, crazy don't just happen overnight. Crazy
That's
is
what
there.
I said yesterday. Yes, man.
Crazy is there. You just ignore the crazy signs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When a person
Because it's
is
always
deceitful,
there.
when
It's
a
always
person is
there.
deceitful, they lie, they cheat, they
Yep.
pretend.
It's
That
always
starts
there.
from day one. And if a person starts telling you from the first time you meet them, I have this, and this, they're broke. They don't have it together. They're trying to convince you and themselves that there's something that they're not.
And if you're stupid, you fall for that.
Well, not so much stupid, because if you don't know that they're full of,
Ignorance.
you know, if
And
you don't know
ignorance.
they're full of game, but
Mm-hmm.
once you see that first sign and you ignore that sign, then it becomes your
Mm.
issue.
It
The
becomes a
first one
serious
comes
issue.
in, anything after that is on you. So the point that I want to get across to you is get to know the person. There are great people out there.
A lot.
They're good men, they're good women,
That's true.
but the key is there's a lot of imposters out there as well.
Yep, you
So
need to be very.
the old saying is, how bad do you want a good relationship? If you really want it, you're going to take the time to make that relationship
So make it work.
strong. You
Yes,
got to
ma'am.
have that. You have to have a foundation. You can't just jump off because you may hit mud, you may hit dirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
At the rate,
that is true.
no, couples don't cheat. Two people
Mm.
together cheat. Because if you're a couple, you're not gonna cheat.
Mm.
Because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and your partner is doing what they're supposed to be doing, there's no reason to go outside that relationship. So no, I totally disagree. Couples don't cheat. People
He
cheat.
brought this topic too. I think Mr. He brought this topic too yesterday or day before yesterday, or someone else did on the broadcast. There's no credit for a man who is a cheater or a woman who is a cheater. There is no credit. The only credit
Wrong.
is that
Yeah,
if
they're
you're
wrong.
couple and one of you is cheating, that person do not love the other one. Because if
But
you
they're not a
love your
couple.
mate,
But
you can't be cheating on her.
they're not a couple. Once you go
Yeah,
outside
nothing
that
like that.
relationship,
These are testmates.
yeah. No, I'm saying once you go outside that relationship, you're no longer a couple.
It's messed up.
And I don't
There's
believe
no
in,
compromise.
yeah, with everything that's going around nowadays, I don't believe in that, oh, turn the other cheek. It's too many diseases out there.
Mm-hmm.
People are too reckless.
And the
You need to
funniest
get
part
to
of it,
know that person. If that person truly respects you and there's an issue, who can
okay, the
someone
funniest
see the
part
right?
of it is that some people make excuses for cheaters that, oh, like general excuses, oh, all men cheat. I don't believe in that, and
No,
it's not acceptable. All men do not cheat. There are good men out there, and there are good ladies out there. Women cheat too, but I'm telling you, there are people who are clean.
welcome, Charles.
Welcome, Mr. Charles. God bless you, sir. Not all men cheat. That's not a good one. If
Not
you're
all
cheating and you're
people cheat.
married, you're no longer married. You have messed up the vow.
Because here's the
And you
thing.
have the right to divorce. The Bible honors that. When once one is cheating, the other party have the right to leave the relationship.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't always say, and it depends. And this is just my opinion. There's no studies. There's no research. This is just coming from me.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
look, the honorary Nigerian Chiamo. It is coming from me.
Sister
It
Choma, Sister
yes,
Choma,
yes, she's
I
talking
love
now.
you, sis.
But my thing is, if a person cheats in a relationship, there's something missing in that relationship that they
Mm-hmm.
feel that they can go outside that relationship and fill that void.
Yeah.
What they need to do is talk to that person that they're having issues with, because it may be something just as easy as, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, I did not realize. Or,
Hmm.
oh, you know what? I can do that. I didn't know that was an issue. But once again, if you don't talk about it, that
Communication.
person can't read your mind. We don't walk around with crystal balls and say, oh, crystal ball, what is, you know, Jesse thinking today? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't know what I'm thinking or doing some days because I have so much going on. But if
Going
I'm
on. Yes.
in a relationship and I can honestly put my hand on the Bible, pass a polygraph, everything, I have never cheated in a relationship.
Yes,
No,
man. And
because
it's
here's
not
the thing.
healthy. It's not
if
healthy.
if I have to go outside of my relationship,
Then the relationship is over.
yes, people are
Yep, there's
texting
no need of
me.
patching it. I don't see how a woman will be married and be sleeping with other men and still say she's married. Or a man married, you're sleeping with other women. It just ended. That's my view. That,
Not
like you said, it's not
if you're married.
scientifically proven or anything. This is my take. I won't be
Yeah,
in the relationship. If I can't stand you anymore, I have to cheat on you, I gotta go.
my thing is, it all goes back to communication. If you talk to the person and without making people mad, because I'm getting all kind of inboxes on my messenger about what I'm saying, but guess what? I don't care. I'm
It
gonna
is
say,
what it is.
yeah. But the thing about it is, and see, I'm old. Don't get old. I done forgot almost. In a relationship, it has to be total honesty. If your partner
Yes,
tells you something, you can't get mad if they're telling you the truth.
that's
Now,
true.
if they're telling you something derogatory or belittling you, that's a different issue. And we'll talk about that on a different day. But
Yes, ma'am.
I
That's
come to
different.
my partner and say, hey, we got an issue here. You know, it's like, hey, Joe Blow, you're doing this, and I don't like
Mm-hmm.
this. And I don't like this because if Joe Blow continues to do that, he's not respecting me.
And it's
So
not
we have
good. And
we have a bigger problem. We're not even talking cheating yet. We're talking about dealing with this issue of
disrespect.
the disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'll say it the first time. If it continues, I'm gonna say it a second time. I don't do 3 strikes, you're out. You get 2 strikes
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gone.
That's right.
Because you're not respecting me if I'm coming to you telling you the issues. So instead of giving up on relationships, give up on saying I'm giving up on relationships. Find someone you can talk to. Find a best friend.
Yep.
And when you find a best friend, you're good to go. The Bible says, and don't quote me, he who find a good woman finds his
Find it.
wife. So you can't go to the club and say, I'm going to get Bonquisha, because she out there shaking it for everybody. She not just shaking it for you.
Mm.
And don't think you can go into the church and say, oh, because the person goes to church, they're a good person. The devil's busy in the church too.
Mm.
You have to get to know that person. Where is a place to meet a person? Who knows?
Mm.
You know, you can meet your mate in the grocery store, at the stoplight,
Yep.
you know, at the post office, at a friend's house.
At the
You
grocery
don't know
store.
where you're going to meet. You don't know where you're going to meet the next person. And it could be this person is with this person. They don't work out, but you two click. Or
Yep.
you with them, it's like, you know what? You know, I don't think we're going to click because this isn't working out. I see how you were with this person. It's not working for me. You know, and that person may change for you that they wasn't
That's
willing
true.
to change for someone else. So
Communication.
you have to work on you first. When you work
Yep.
on you, you start loving you start respecting you,
Mm-hmm.
then guess what? You're on point. You're right there.
That's the key word. You just killed it right now. Like I always tell them, especially weekends when we talk about love and relationship and all that. Starting from tomorrow now, we'll start teaching classes and all that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is very powerful. Mr. Eze, hopefully by next weekend, I will bring you in and you can talk to us. It is wonderful for you to love and respect you first. That's the key word. Because if you don't have that package of love and respect for yourself, you cannot offer it to someone else. So the main thing is, how do I treat myself? Do I love myself enough to tell me the truth? If you can tell yourself the truth about your shortcomings, you'll be able to identify the truth in someone else's life. You have to build yourself to love you. Your self-esteem should be very high about you. Your love for yourself should come first. Then you can extend it to someone else. And you can't have a solid relationship with someone you don't agree with someone you don't have nothing to compare with, no comparison, with someone you cannot trust. Things will fall apart. The center cannot hold. It's been wonderful, wonderful this weekend. I can't even thank my fans enough. We are growing every day. All I played, this very topic of today, yesterday, and last week has been really wonderful and it's making a whole lot of changes in people's life, especially weekends. You don't want to miss the topic on weekends. It's all about love. It's all about relationship. We're helping each other. We all need these ideas. I appreciate all my fans. Miss Texie, I love you. I appreciate everyone. We're going to be rounding up right now. And you guys know what I do very well is playing love music to relax us as we end this series. For everyone that contributed, do me a favor, just like Mr. Eze is doing, Miss Tessie is doing, most of you are doing, sharing the videos. Share this video. Let's help someone. Hopefully next weekend, I will also get Miss Tessie in to share good topics for you guys. We want you all to be enlightened. Do not die alone or be in silence. We all are going through.
As
And
he
we
said,
can
he's
help.
going to marry through this group, Jesse. So we're gonna
Awesome.
we're gonna be doing
Awesome.
matchmaking.
We need to start telling ladies, if you're looking for a good husband, come on now. Come on now. Mr. Eze, we are humbled to hear that from a wonderful fan like you. He's been following me all these while. I appreciate you, sir. You are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Stay
Remember,
tuned and enjoy this music.
and remember, your body is your temple. You respect your temple.
Respect your temple. Keep it intact. Enjoy this music. Stay tuned.
Jesse, look at your.
Miss Nancy, it's been wonderful. Oh, God bless you too, Mr. Eze. Thank you so much, sir. God will bless you as you share this video all the time. I appreciate you. And Miss Tessie, my fans, every one of you sharing and watching me, I am so grateful. What a wonderful group that we have. We will make some difference. All it takes is sharing and sharing and sharing.
Look at your messenger, Jesse. Look at your messenger,
Yes, I saw it.
because that'll be a good way to end it.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Mr. gave us a tip on which awesome. All right, my fans, you guys stay tuned to listen to this wonderful, wonderful woman playing, love music. Mr. C gave me a special one for you guys by Aretha Franklin. Listen to her right now. Here
Hey,
we go.
Karen. Thanks for joining us.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. You guys stay tuned to listen to this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful black sister singing. Let's see. There we go. Aretha Franklin, respect. It's on. It's the wonderful. It's weekend. We are rolling into the new week. Wonderful week. It's gonna be productive. Respect, respect, respect. Mutual respect. Thank you, admin one. All the way from Houston, Texas, is Jesse Studio with the mentor of Sister Soul Group, Miss Jessie herself, live today, Sunday, the 14th, right? October 2018. Share this video, subscribe, and go to Sister Soul Group, YouTube, and follow us up. Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy the music. It was a wonderful weekend. Share the broadcast, please. Yes, you're going to overcome every trial and tribulation this weekend, Mr. Eze. But stay focused. Make sure you watch out for those signs. Don't rush one more time. Take your time this time. And I hope you will find your lover on this broadcast. We are praying for everyone. Awesome, 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 awesome. That was wonderful, Miss Stacy. That was good. I appreciate you. Like we do our stuff, Miss Stacy, this month is birthday month for Nigeria, my country where I'm coming from. I am a proud daughter of Nigeria, and I say happy birthday to my country. October 1960, Nigeria was born. I held to my country. I said, happy independent month to us. God bless each and everyone watching globally. I said to all of you, I love you guys so much. I appreciate every one of you. And guess what? The blessing of the Almighty God will follow us all the days of our lives. We give God the glory for this great opportunity today, for being together, sharing our ideas and helping one another. We thank God for it, and we want us to share this. May we sleep well, those of you that are already in your midnight, and those that are waking up, and we that will be going to bed very soon. May the Almighty God wake us up tomorrow in good health and sound mind. You guys have a wonderful, productive week as we start our day tomorrow with new topic, and we shall post that soon. God bless everyone. My love to all.